potentials.
Freeze it.
But because they were unable to stop Neo, the machines turned their attention to those within their grasp. Sentinels set a trap for one of our ships, and from the ship's mainframe, they extracted a list of potentials. The agents leveled their wrath on the helpless, and Neo was the only one who could stand against them.
You know that this don't make no kind of sense. You scared of pain, so you fear hurt. I don't celebrate till the body's near dirt. Go to hell, they gon' tell you I was there first. Every opponent would tell you I was there worse. Having bad hunger pains and severe thirst. Have your earth in all black in the rear hearse. Too sticky to let the drama slide. And the sight of the blood will leave you traumatized. I can't do no wrong, least in my mama eyes. I got a gun in the truck, that's little mama size. That boy died from vehicular homicide. The voice, the flow, and the way that he harmonized. Those that's real see the truth beyond the lies. In real life, I'm living proof we on the rise. Yeah, I was too smart to play with the dummies. Rather you kill yourself, save me the money. From the bottom, I don't mind if you pay me in 20s. They pop a lot of shit, but soon as you see them, they mummies. Ha ha ha, you guys is funny. We fresh to death, they alive and bummy. Plug told me 3 words, supply the country. I told him that the bullets and the 45s is chunky. That's why they say you can never get too comfy. Trips out of town, my lump sums come monthly. Might as well all team up and come jump me. This is uneven, I'm the only one breathing. Everybody get their turn, it's sun season. I'm only here for that paper, one reason. Nobody cares though, everybody's a weirdo. Dudes watching your back, tell me who watching theirs though. All you gonna see is the fire from out the air holes. Stick up kids get the desire to hit your earlobes. Left lane, all you hear is my gears, yo. Crown been in my closet for a couple of years, yo. Okay, enough with the foolery and the costume jewelry. It ain't much you can do to me. The art of war ain't new to me. Little nigga, you better Google me. The city was mine after they said Big's eulogy. Oh man. Jadakiss season. The massacre, telling you, I don't know if I can guarantee your safety next week. Jadakiss season. T5 DOA. Don't ever forget that.
Shay, peace and benedictions. What's going on with you?
All right.
Man. Philadelphia, California.
All right, Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Shout out to Shango. Shout out to the brothers of the sisters up there in Buffalo, holding it down. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know
they playing. You know they playing each other today.
Oh yeah.
He said, oh yeah.
I ain't even know that. It's a lot of shit I don't know. And I ain't comfortable with that. That's why we do research. That's why we educate ourselves. And if you hear, then you probably one of those people too. You know what I'm saying? I say peace and benedictions. Gotta say it again. You know, so you know, I gotta since it's Sunday, you know, we're gonna fuck around a little bit. You know what I mean? So where we gonna start at here? We got matter of fact, let me get right to this shit. I ain't we gonna fuck around later a little bit. Let me get right to this shit. So all right, we watched it last night. Was it yesterday? I watched the video of the ball. We did the stream. We watched the video. We actually found the video. You know what I'm saying? I got left hanging, but it's all good. You know what I mean? We found the video and we watched the first half of the video. Now, when we watched that first half of the video, they said they released the body cam footage, right? And what we saw in the video was that we saw, you know, a brother getting pummeled, you know, possibly maced. You know what I'm saying? He was calling for his mom. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's like a pattern that we see a lot of with these dudes. Like they be calling for their mom. You know, they got white girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like it's becoming a pattern, you know. So and they run from the police. So he ran, right, and then the video ends, right. So I'm thinking that's the end of the body cam footage video, right? So apparently or allegedly, one of the police officers climbed a light pole and filmed from there because we got like light cam footage, or you know, I guess somebody was recording from their house or some shit like that. Like they said they was releasing body cam footage, right? But we got this aerial shot. Where did the aerial shot come from? You know what I'm saying? So
I'll put it to you this way. I just got to say this one thing before you move on. You were saying like the first one he survived, and the second one he died, right?
right.
So it's almost like the Black Panther, right? The Black
Mm.
Panther. You know, the first video you took, you know, everything was cool, and then the next one, you found out he was gone, man.
Well, the crazy thing is that in the first Black Panther video, you know, it was black people was fighting each other, men and black women was fighting each other, and then the white boy had to come in and save the world and shit, right? So so right after that, you know, is the argument over. They showed the dissension between Africans in the continent and Africans globally, you know, Africans in the States. And they say, you know, we can't trust Africans from the States because they're gonna come over here and do some reckless shit. You know, and everybody agreed that Killmonger was right, but they build him up to be a negative, you know, stereotype. And, you know, basically saying that, you know, Africans just stated themselves and not fuck with African people globally. So you know, all
I think
inside of
that should
that.
be a trick. Killmonger was right.
Now, right, and all inside of
Killmonger was
that,
a representation of us.
exactly. You know, so like, you know,
Because let me tell
what
you
up?
something. When he took control like that, everybody. I mean, I thought some good things was gonna start happening. That nigga started burning shit like this is 1968 and Martin Luther King just got killed. He started burning shit. I was like, is that what they think we're gonna start doing, or they hope we start doing?
My fault. Hold on. Let me remove this real quick. All right, there we go. So yeah, so with the whole, let's we building on not necessarily the Black Panther shit, but we building on the Tyre Nichols situation. So he got he got he got beat up and pummeled, you know, and he got up and ran, and then the next video is I guess when they caught up to him. Now, like in the video that we talked about before, and in the previous video I did the other day, we talked about how it's basically protocol when you run from the police, when they catch you, they're gonna beat your ass. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
protocol.
and
You're gonna get roughed up.
yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I got family members that's you know in law enforcement. You know, I know niggas in the street that been beat up personally. I seen niggas get beat up. You know what I'm saying? So it's more or less protocol, like an unwritten rule. If you run from the cops, when they catch you, they gonna whoop your ass. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
pretty sure if they ain't beat him up so bad, he would have got away.
Now the thing is this:
Or he would have got home.
the first
But
thing I thought of. Now I'm gonna play the video clip. Yeah, they try to build this up like it's like the worst video clip in the world, right? And he was like, "Oh, it's too gruesome to watch and shit like that." Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's because it's black people. You know what I'm saying? So anything like I said in the video the other day, anything they want to push the envelope with black people, they always. I mean, anytime they want to push the envelope, they're gonna do it through black people. So if this is the most heinous beating ever, you know, of course, there's gonna be some brothers that did it. That's how they do they bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
I
Now,
like how you said that because you're basically letting it, because they're comparing this to the Rodney King beating, and they said it's worse than the Rodney King beating.
right, right.
But
So
tell you the truth, I don't know. If you look at that Rodney King beating, his beating was a lot longer. That nigga was he had medication to take that shit. He was under.
and I mean, and that's a good point though. When you think about the Rodney King situation, they beat the shit out of him, and he lived and made he got $33 million off of that.
And
How
he
about
spent
that?
it all because he ain't know how
Hint,
to handle his
hint,
money.
hint, hint. He got $33 million off of that. You know what I'm saying? So, but he didn't die in the process. So it's like, I would say, in my opinion, just from looking at these two brothers, Tyre Nichols and what's the other brother? Rodney King. I would think Tyre Nichols is in more better shape than Rodney King. So how did he die getting his ass whooped? And he got his ass whooped longer and survived and live like. Is he still alive, Rodney
No,
King?
he died in 2001, I believe.
But I mean, he lived. He didn't. He lived like years and years after. What, you know what I'm saying? Like at least like what,
I
7 years
just told
after,
you the
8 years.
difference.
How old was he? How
The
old was he?
difference is Rodney King was hyped up on all kinds of drugs, and the
How do
black
you know
dude
that?
he ain't had nothing to cope.
How do
He
you know
ain't
that?
had no drugs to cope with.
I mean, that's a good point. But
That's just. I'll give you
I'm
an example. I'll give you an example. This guy, he got poisoned by his wife, right? She poisoned him with like sleeping pills, right? And then he ended up getting shot, right? But for some reason he survived, and the reason why he survived because the sleeping pills slowed his blood flow and his heart rate and everything, and and lowered his blood pressure, whatever, to the point where it was like it was good. So it was already low.
right,
His body was already, relaxed and all that. But if you get shot and you're just like if you get in a car accident, people that get in the car accidents that's not drunk, they don't
right,
break nothing. But people that's
right,
like not drunk, that's regular, they
right,
brace for impact. They brace with their bones.
right. That's
So,
100% true.
so when
These
you
people
getting your
who,
ass beat, right? When Rodney King was getting his ass beat, he went limp. He just like, okay, I'll just get tenderized a little bit. But
yeah.
but the brother on the floor, Nichols, man, they dimed him out a good piece. So you know,
Well,
he
let's
was
review.
like he was trying to
Let,
stop the pain, and he
let's
broke.
review this clip. Have you seen the clip yet? You seen it yet?
Yeah, I saw the cop. He was like, the cop was like, I'm going to stomp his head in Avatar too. He said, "I'm the next episode. I'm gonna stomp his head." And then they showed it in the next episode. He stopped.
But you see where the cop tased him, right?
Yeah, like they tried,
The white
they
cop. The
tased
white cop
them.
is the first one.
Well, they was all black. They was all black cops.
I know, but the white cop that tased him before the black cops got to him. They're talking about that right now on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was one white cop.
I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't even know about that. So
He didn't even
Right.
go over there.
let's go over this clip. Let's review this
That
clip
white
right here.
cop was smart. That white cop was smart. He was so
Oh,
smart. He
hold on,
didn't
hold
get
on.
put in the lineup. He stayed over there and he just played with his he just played with his what do you call it? He was playing with his drill gun, his buzz gun. He was just straightening up his taser.
So all right, this is the clip playing right here. Now, in my opinion, this shit don't look. Look, I'm gonna say this. I'm concerned. When I first saw this, the first thing I thought of was Lean on Me. You know what I'm saying? When Kid Ray got beat up. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like look at this punch right here. Like you seen that last punch? That John, let me run it back a little bit because it seemed like it was breaking up. I don't know if it's breaking up or if it's playing right, but we struggle streaming. But you know what I mean, it's playing in slow-mo, and that's probably like better for forensic research purposes. But it looked like it's playing for slow-mo on my end. You know what I mean? But
All I know is he ain't liking what's going on.
where is this angle coming from though? Where is that angle coming from? You know what I'm
It's coming
saying?
from the
Drone
guy's
footage.
apartment who
That's
set up
TMZ drone footage. That's
That's
TMZ
what
drone footage.
That's what they said it was?
No, I think it's a street corner like camera.
Man,
If
come
it's a
on,
street
man.
corner like camera, it should be able to. They should have that lighting right.
I mean, listen, if that's the case, all right, whatever. Like, all right, people they do have cameras on a light pole. I'm not even gonna argue that. That's a good point. And they said they was gonna release this footage. Now, I'm just a details guy. So when they said they was gonna release the body cam footage, I'm like, all right, well, what the fuck is this right here? Because unless the cop climbed the light pole or something, how the fuck you get this angle? You know what I'm saying? So apparently they're releasing the light pole camera footage, or allegedly, you know what I'm saying, at least releasing the light pole camera footage, or possible drone footage, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. We don't know where the fuck this angle is. We can only, pontificate, you know what I'm saying, but
So they
those
was playing
allegations are.
piano with his. They were playing piano with their feet with his body.
Well, listen, look, all right, look, let me I'm gonna. Oh shit, I just pushed myself out the room and shit. I keep doing that shit, but I didn't did that shit for like how many times? Like I don't even know. This is ridiculous. All right, so let me go over here on this side and try to play this clip right here on this side.
My whole thing is this: black people
Now
need to
this
wake up
this is
and
the
see.
shit.
Mr. Clark! Mr. Clark, come to trivia quick! Some guy beating up Kid Ray!
That's how the nigga fell out, man.
Mr. Clark! Mr. Clark!
That's how he fell out, man. He fell out just like that, yo. Like that's the first thing I thought about. Like when I seen the video, I'm like, damn.
Oh
They beat
no!
him up like Kid Ray and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Now, that shit, listen, them to me, them punches look like Hollywood studio type shit. You know what I mean? So,
I hope they
before
are, but I hope he
listen,
gave.
that's what it looked like to me. That's what I'm saying. But my question still stands. Some good theories is thrown out there, and I want to get some feedback on that. How the fuck did they get that camera angle? Where the fuck was that camera angle? Was it the light pole? Was it the drone? What the fuck was that? Why was it? Why did they both have the same car? You know what I'm saying?
The
That
whole
was
thing is
strange. They
this:
both had the same car, like shit like that. Like, so I don't know, man.
why, my
Which
question is this: why are they promoting it like this? That's the real question we need to
You
be
already know
asking.
why, man. You already know why they gaslighting black people so they can get angry and go out and fight and shit. You know what I mean? And go protest and shit. You know what I mean? So like now, all right, people
I guess they
protest it.
think you know what it is. They think black people, gonna get so mad they're gonna go in the military and start killing Russians. Maybe that's what it is.
I don't know. Well, but they definitely gaslighting black people to go out and protest and kill glass and loot and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, how many times is a coincidence possible before it's mathematically impossible?
Like
When you pay attention to detail, you gotta um look at certain patterns of these people. Like, all
this
right,
time
like
we didn't do it.
they they
We didn't
released
do it
they
this
released
time. It was you.
at the same time they released that footage. They released this footage of Nancy Pelosi husband is supposed to be getting beat with a hammer and shit. So it's like, they
Sympathy for
gaslight.
the devil.
So they gaslight other people too. You know what I'm saying? It's not just us. But you know what I'm saying? But of course, they have protests all over the world, or
But
whatever.
that's
You know what
white
I'm
on
saying, for
white
this
crime.
dude.
Why is that
But
bothering?
this the dude right here is supposed to have beat Nancy Pelosi husband in the head with a hammer or some shit. You know what I mean?
But that's
So
white
they
on.
now these motherfuckers they get drunker than a little bit though. You know what I'm saying? Now the peep how they segue this to that. You seen that? So they grouped these two stories together. They released the footage of that, and they released the footage of this at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, and then they put all kind of pun in there and shit. Now look how hard this lady is smiling. Your son just got beat to death, right? And she just out there just grinning like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Now people was protesting all over the world. Like I said last night, they protested in all different cities, and they say they saying no justice, no peace, right? You know what I mean? And no racist police. But how can you say that if you got black cops beating up other black cops? So it's like you got you know what I'm saying? But you know, like and then
I'm
it's
gonna
like
ask this question
what
real
it.
quick.
But look,
This falls in line.
if you protesting, right? I just want to say this real quick. If you protesting in Philadelphia, right? Like, what are you saying to police? Like, are you saying to them that I want y'all to stop what y'all doing in Memphis? You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, like I can see if you protesting on the regular, like shit happens in Philadelphia. But it's like if you going and like if you going and giving the cops shit for some shit that happened outside of their jurisdiction, what the fuck do you expect them to do? Like, all right, is you saying that you want justice for this nigga, right? And they lock the dudes up, right? They lock the cops up already. So they what do you want them to do? You know what I'm saying? It's not like all right, like when it's white cops, you know, they get fired and they on leave or some shit like that. And then we act it's just we want justice for this person because we want these dudes arrested, right? Is this not the case? All right, they
Threw
fired
them
these
niggas in
dudes from the
jail so
rip.
fast. They threw them niggas in jail like they was Nick.
Yeah, they
So
fired these dudes from the rip. Look, they fired them from the rip. They arrested them like they arrested him before the fucking footage even came out. So it's like, all right, people went to the streets with signs saying justice for him. What do you want them to do? The dudes is locked up already. You know what
you
I'm
know
saying?
what?
So
I
it's
think those protesters would be happy if those cops is hanging from a tree.
of
I think.
course. I mean, of course that's the case. But I'm saying like, when people say justice, right? We want the wheels of justice to turn and all that kind of shit, right? All right, these dudes is locked up. So what is people protesting saying justice for him if the dudes is locked up already? You see how it was like this is just emotional gaslighting and distraction and bullshit. You know what I'm
It's some
saying?
white African American shit, right?
You got people dropping dead on the field and shit like that, and then they distracting you with this kind of shit where people was protesting for some shit that's already happened. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you know, it's funny that we talking about this on Sunday because people looking for the rapture to happen. They're looking for Jesus to come back when he already came back. You know, if you read if you read the Bible, it ain't no third coming of Christ. It's the second coming, and that shit already happened. And he told them people that you will not taste death until you see me coming in the clouds. Those people have been dead for fucking 2,000 years. So the fucking rapture you looking for, that shit already happened 2,000 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But people think that Jesus is coming back, aliens coming back, you know, all that kind of shit. You know, but you know, y'all looking for justice, right? And these dudes is arrested already. What the fuck do you want them to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, obviously we know that the wheels of justice don't work in a way that we just go and just beat the shit out of people and hang them from the tree. We don't do that anymore in this
Why don't they
country, right?
tell what they need to
What
tell the
what other
public
people that
is
got hung from a tree this year or
all
last year?
five of them niggas is in the
They
hole.
don't do that no more. They do that on the regular. They ain't
But
stopped.
you but in the you're right, in the court, you're right. Yeah, like evil mobs do that, right? But the court system, you know what I'm saying, is supposed to be dignified, you know,
Shit,
just.
they still
You know what
hang
I'm
niggas
saying?
too.
But this is what people want. When you say justice, right? That's justice. You want somebody to be tried in the court of law and once they pay all that kind of fancy shit. So all right, if they going through the process, what do you want them to do if they already locked these dudes up already? So you see, like the what you I'm saying, like when you see people protesting when signs saying justice for Tyre Nichols and the dudes is locked up already. Like what the fuck is that? It's literally just distraction. So it's like, all right, it's distraction from what? You know what I'm saying? What else is going on in the world that they want you to focus your attention on to say basically George Floyd 2.0. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just trying to figure out like what the hell they protesting. I guess I was thinking that same thing too because I was like, those niggas already in jail. They got
Right.
them niggas in the hole.
Right.
But
They
they
got
gotta
them
put
in the hole.
they gotta play us. Just like
That's just telling you the difference. They had them niggas in the hole before they had their next bowel movement.
that shit crazy, man.
Hey, I'll put
You
it to
know,
you this way: the same shit that they had in their stomachs. By the time it came out, it was going into a prison system. They threw them in jail fast as fuck.
they did, like I said, they put them in jail before the footage came out. You know what
Yo,
I'm
I'm like,
saying?
I don't even know what to tell. I don't even know what to tell the protesters.
What is y'all doing? Like you can't, like I said the other day, you can't say racist police because it's black cops that
They threw
beat the
them
shit out
niggas.
of another black cop.
No. I guess they like those niggas need to be out longer. Cause
Some of
usually a
these pro
white
listen,
person be.
some of these protesters, they claim the fame is I was at this march, I was at that march, I turned up and I hugged the cop, I gave a flower to the cop, I threw something at, you know what I'm saying, and that's they claim to fame. They wear that as accolades. Oh, you was at the such and such march? Oh yeah, I was down there. And it's like y'all don't really even care about these people.
It's
Like
a social party.
the sad thing is that time and time again we prove that we don't care about each other until somebody beat the shit out of us, hang us, kill us, or some shit like that.
They
And
turned
then it's
this
like
shit into a social media party.
it's fake concern, yo. It's fake concern to show out. I was here, and I banged harder than everybody else. Follow me on Instagram. You know what I mean? Subscribe to my YouTube channel, shit like that. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's what this shit is being used for, whether it's a real event or not. Like, I
It
mean,
is an event.
I didn't show time and time again how to use these events. Whether they real or fake, they use these events to their advantage to distract you from things, right? So,
This a social media
so you,
massive masturbation party.
right, so you got those sub detractors, right? They're not even high level detractors. They sub detractors. So these sub detractors, they go out and they jump out in front of everybody and say, "Look at me, I'm this and I'm banging and this and that." You know what I'm saying? Because they just doing that for clout. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of this shit is just clout chasing at this point. It's like, all right, when you really think about, like, I remember the first time, I tell the story all the time. I remember the first time I ever was at a protest and I seen that they had this dude locked up in a roundhouse. I just did a interview with WHYY about the roundhouse. So they had this dude in the roundhouse, right? And when you get locked up, if you got piercings and necklaces and shit on, they taking all that shit out. You know what I'm saying? So they had this dude locked up for like 6 hours that they had him at the protest from earlier in the day, right? So everybody outside the John, like, free this dude, or some Joe Clark shit, right? So so when he emerges, he come out, he got his nose rings in, his earrings in, his chain is on, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's strange.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't put you in a cell like that. Because what if you tried to kill yourself or something? What if somebody tried to, like, now the roundhouse is known for doing crazy things, and not doing things by the book. You know what I'm saying? Like, so sometimes they do lock people up and put them in there. Well, they used to. This shit closed now, but they used to put people in there, and not, properly search them or not take the things that they supposed to take. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just go to that extent. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it is possible that maybe they could have put him in this situation with, with his nose rings and all that shit. But that's like damn near illegal. You know what I'm saying? It has to be illegal. You know what I'm saying? So, but I thought that was strange. I'm like, No, man. When they lock you up, they take all of that shit out, and it's like they take pride. Like the cops that's taking you in intake, they take pride in defaming you and taking all. You know what I'm saying? So they'll be like, "Yep, you got to take all of that shit out." Yep. Hair shit. Yep. You know what I'm saying? To kind of shame you for even coming in this joint. So if they locking you up, it's really, really unlikely that they will let you just go in as is if you got a necklace on, nose rings, earrings, and shit like that. Like that's highly unlikely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if you bail out, you're gonna put all that shit back on before you come out the door, though.
Yeah, but we all right. If they rushing you out, or if these motherfuckers locked you
I
up and
bail
They
they
out.
ain't
rushing you,
rushing them
and
out
they
at
rushing
all.
you out the door, like how much time do you really got to do that? Like
Shit, as long as you
when
need
they
to.
lock
Hey,
you up, like listen, when they lock you up and they let you out, anybody know when they lock you up and let you out the joint, it's like a single file line of the people that they letting out, and you gotta they say follow and walk out this joint out the side
hey,
right there. If you've been in,
when you bail
especially
out,
if
you
you've been
get
in,
out by yourself.
it's like when you especially in the roundhouse, when you're in a roundhouse, they open up that little side door and they all right, y'all get out. So it ain't too much of you hold up, let me put my earrings in and all that. No, they ain't nigga, get the fuck out of here. You wanna go back in? You know what I'm saying? They be
Now, if
on
they
Yeah,
that
got
but
type
you
time.
get
protesters
your gear,
outside,
they
they
give
might
you
have
your
to do
clothes. I
something.
mean, like, I don't
They
know. In
ain't giving you
California,
time
I
to
mean,
they
if you bail
no,
out,
yeah, no, this is Philly.
you
They
keep your
not
shit
giving you
on.
no time to put your earrings and all that
Man,
shit
when you
back
see
in.
a mob outside,
Well,
you
where you
start
gonna do
thinking
that shit at?
differently.
In the hallway?
What? At the place where they give you back your clothes. When
They
they
don't
put your
just
clothes on that counter, when they put your clothes on that counter, and then they give you your shoes and all your bag of shit right there, you get all your stuff. You put all your stuff on right then and there. That's how it is out here. And you come
nah,
inside with whatever
nah.
you got on. You feel me?
Not in Philly, they give you your shit in that evidence bag, and they say, "Come on, come on, you ain't even got time to pull your belt on. Come on out the door. Go ahead,
If they
go."
got news cameras out there, they're gonna have to adapt.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
That's
like
just
he
Yeah,
got a
the
and I'm
way.
short
like,
dude got a short window of time before he can put his two nose earrings in, two chains on, earrings in. You got a short window of time to do that. It would it
I
would be
bail out
it
every
would look
time.
more
So,
realistic if this dude came
it,
out with an
it don't
evidence
always be
bag.
people that go out with
With
me
most
either.
most dudes when they come out of jail, they come out with that gray bag with all of your shit in it.
The world
Oh,
ain't
yeah.
fair. And then when you got a situation like that where you got a high profile person, things get
This dude wasn't a profile person. It was a regular fucking protester. You know what I'm saying? So when
but
I
Yeah,
seen so when I
shit.
oh
seen
wait a
that
minute,
shit, so when I
uh,
seen that
I'm
shit, I'm like,
regular
yo,
regular,
he
but
ain't got no special. He ain't not no dude with special privilege or nothing. He not one
that's
of them
what you
dudes that
think.
get locked. Like, listen, I was there at the protest, yo.
Do you
You know what I'm
understand?
saying?
Like
Like
they
I was there.
look, look,
Like
look. I was
like
there
look
at
look.
those
One of one
protesters
of the
too.
one of the things that we've been saying is we got to be okay with saying, look, I wasn't there, so I don't know. But I'm telling you, I was there at the protest. This is a regular dude who got locked up for protesting. Now,
Was
now,
there any
in the
was there
context, this
anybody
is
outside?
this is in the context of the script. This is supposed to be a regular dude who got locked up, right?
Mhm.
So they held him. They had him for like 4 hours or 6 hours or something like that. They rallied. They went from like West Philly to the Roundhouse and rallied around the Roundhouse like let this dude out, right? So after like 2 hours of doing that, he come out, right? He come out and he regular Bezzy like he just went in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nah. If you was in it, if they had you in intake and process you and all that. You know what I'm saying? Even if they put you in a holding cell, they're not taking you back there like that. Yep. You know what I'm saying? They're not taking you back there with two nose rings and earrings and two chains on. Nah, they taking all that shit off. You might come back with one chain. They might write on the joint and say you had one chain. You know what I'm saying? This is Philly we talking about. You know what I'm saying? This is when the roundhouse was open. So this is like, you know,
Hey, hey,
and like even like with the shit that's going on right now, they're rehashing all of the motherfuckers. They're bringing Eric Gardner's mom back, and she just won an award, and all of this shit. So they, like I said, a lot of this shit is rehashing, and they hitting you in the head with the same shit over and over again, bombarding you with the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And you got the people that's out here that's clout chasing, jumping from protest to protest, driving from when the rioters, they said a lot of them people was from where? Different cities. It wasn't even from the places that they fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And they videotape it along the way. You know what I'm saying? I was here at this protest. Oh yeah, I was at that protest. I was at that protest. And it's like it becomes more of a chance at fame than actual real concern for the loss of life. You know what I'm saying? Like you get what I'm saying? Like that's the whole point of journalism. Like it's like, all right, like if you want justice or whatever, then investigate. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got people who didn't even see the video, right? But they emotionally react, tear shit up, protest or whatever, didn't even see the video. And a lot of that shit been happening for years. You know what I'm saying? Like with the Philando Castillo joint, all them other joints. Like, I'm like, yo, when I actually watched the video, I'm like, how the fuck do y'all be believing this shit, yo? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers get killed on live stream, their blood look like ketchup on the ground and shit. They say a motherfucker he dead, and you can see he's still breathing, and the person sitting next to him like, oh, he dead, and he still his chest still breathing. What you mean he dead? Like, who writes off the loved one? Like I said in the video I made, who writes off a loved one like that? Like, yo, they did just that you would be like, come on, you gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? You just telling the camera he dead. Like a person, your loved one is dying next to you, and you and the camera like, he dead, y'all. He dead. It's gaslighting, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they keep doing that shit. It's an ongoing thing. You know what I'm saying? And whenever they want to turn it up on you, or distract you from something, here they go with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, because a lot of people got emotional registration in this shit, they react when they hear people talk like this. They're like, oh, he's you know what I'm saying? But they can't deal with the fact that there's a whole fucking, basically group of intelligence that deal with, operations of this matter of, and I'm saying, of fucking with your mind, fucking with how you feel about things, fucking with how you see things. You know what I'm saying? Just like they said, the boy Kim Jong-un was like, it's crazy how America convinced black people that polygamy is wrong, but then bending your gender is a choice. You know what I'm saying? So it's all of this shit is about being convinced to do something, to feel about something, to feel a certain way about something, to see something the way that somebody wants you to see it. You know what I'm saying? That's all this shit is about. You know. Now, while they doing that shit, you know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if the news got an obligation to talk about certain things or show you different things, but they talk about shit, you know, and don't even and then it's like they hit you with other shit. They distract you. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go and get into that clip real quick. I put up the wrong clip real quick. Hold on. Let me put up this clip real quick. I got like three clips I want to address. Stuff that's happening in the news that they distracting you from when you ain't paying attention to. You know what I mean? So let me go in with this right here. Let me start with this. You know what I mean? And we're gonna go back to the article. You know, but I hit the wrong joint at
New
first. You know?
light on possible health dangers of UV lights used in nail salons. A new report suggests that light used to harden gel coatings could be damaging your hands.
KCAL News reporter Rena Nakano spoke with a doctor about the potential danger.
Getting your nails done may be your only me time
Shit crazy.
activity of the month, but a new study out of UC San Diego concludes using UV ray machines to cure gel nails causes cell death, and DNA mutations.
God
There,
damn.
yes, can
Oh,
be an accumulated damage that can occur that could lead to cancer risk.
whoa. Hold on. Let me pause that real quick. So why is that not the on the front page? Why is this not on the front page? Like, all right, they covered it. They can legally say, yeah, we covered it, but y'all ain't paying no attention to that. But you got gaslighted. You know what I'm saying? You got directed to look at certain things. But why is this not the front page? So you telling me that for years women been getting, all these different upgrades in their nails. They went from just doing their nails to put paint on their nails to putting the fake nails on to getting like this gel polymer hybrid shit, right? And the nail tech industry or whatever has advanced to super technological heights, right? And nobody has ever checked the fucking health risks on this shit. You know what I'm saying? What is our real concern? What are we directing our energy to? When we're not even checking the things that we use and people who's giving us things like, here, look at this. Here, have that. And we're not even paying attention. Like, all right, they said that this shit is causing cell damage, irreversible cell damage and cell mutation, right? Now, they talk about the price of beauty. God damn. That's fucked up, cuz. Why is this not on the front page? Why? I'm fucked up by this. This
Factors
is
to
crazy.
consider. First, how often do you get your nails done, and how long is your skin exposed to the UV rays? The fewer times you go, the less risk. Second, check your personal risk of skin cancer.
If you have Irish descent, you have a higher inherent risk of developing skin cancers or melanoma.
Dr. King does say that there are preventative measures that you can take before inserting.
Yep, because genes respond to environment. But that's a whole nother can of worms.
Your hands into the light.
They can go get their nails done, but bring some sunscreen with them, and they can put that on their hands.
The takeaway, the study suggests
Is
more
it that
research
deep though?
is needed to show the long-term effects of UV nail machines.
Is it that deep though? Like seriously? That you gotta like prepare yourself for fucking radiation just for your nails to look like a little more prettier to your opinion or to somebody else's opinion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit is crazy, man. I ain't trying to like slight nobody, on my Kanye shit, but that shit is crazy though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why the fuck, like knowing that, like the crazy thing is like, all right, like knowing that it's gonna be people that's gonna watch that or hear about that, and they still gonna do the shit anyway. That's the crazy shit. You know what I mean? And then talk about somebody else and what they do or what they eat or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the crazy shit, man. That's the crazy shit with people, man. That's what I don't get, man. But it's like, man, like they've been talking about this shit, and like for a minute. Like it ain't even like it's like a new thing. They've been warning about this shit. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of crazy shit that been going on. Let me pause this right here. So hold on, wait a minute. What happened?
Oh, you don't see it.
Oh, you did that.
Hmm?
Heart disease, right? They saying that heart disease is this has been like in the past couple of years has been up higher than it's ever been in the past 5 years. I wonder why. You know what I'm saying? Shit, shit that they just casually just talking about. People was releasing these papers and these studies and shit, and nobody's talking about that shit. You know what I mean? Why is they saying shit like this? Heart attacks are becoming more and more common among younger people, especially women. Why is this not a major concern? Why is this not front page news? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on in the world and that was in 2018. So it's getting worse now. You know what I'm saying? Of course we know the elephant in the room that they keep trying to distract you from. You know what I'm saying? Now they're saying right here. Now, oh matter of fact, then did I did that? My fault. Let me put that back in there because I wanted to touch on this couple of these things right here. All right, let me pause that right there. I don't even. You did. All right. Now somebody was messaging me or something. So all right. So these are some tips, for a healthy heart.
Hold on.
What happened? All right.
No, there you pop back up. My bad.
Struggle streaming. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So all right. So one thing that I noticed, remember I called you the other day and I was like, yo, I think, people who that went to the Poconos and got jabbed up, they having these blood clots. You know what I'm saying? And I said that crazy. But one thing I noticed is that the people that's not seem to drink liquor more often. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I was saying I started looking at some doing some research about that, and I had seen where they were saying that I think we skipped past it a little bit. Yeah. So these are some things that I want to address in a minute. But all right, why does she keep doing that? Hold on. Stop right there. Next slide. So I'm gonna just go back to just making slides, man, because that should be fucking up. This video be fucking up, man. Remember, my fingers is too big for the screen or something. You know what I'm saying? All right, all right, where we at?
Yeah, they just pulled up a video of us doing it.
All right, so good hydration linked to healthy aging. So they saying different things like drinking more, going on walks and shit like that. These are things that can help you not, I'm saying, get you know have these I'm trying to say this without getting in trouble. But you know to not fall out on the street, I'm saying, to not have a situation with your heart, some of these things that you can do, to have a healthier heart, you know what I'm saying. So
Detox.
then- right, detox, get some of these parasites out, which we're going to talk about in a minute, you know what I mean. you know um Healthy heart tips for older adults in 2023. So I want to talk about this right here. You know what I mean? Now, they said physical activity, but look at this right here. Drinking two cups or more of coffee a day may double the risk of heart death in people with severe hypertension. So, this is, again, we're not giving medical advice. You know, I would say just pay attention to what we're talking about here. But it, you know, drinking coffee is basically not good for you. You know what I'm saying? On a day-to-day basis. Maybe every now and again, but they say drinking 2 cups of coffee a day was associated with twice as risk of death of cardiovascular disease amongst people with severe hypertension. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even I would if you drink coffee like that, I would reduce that. You know what I mean? If I was yeah, I don't drink coffee. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard of people using coffee for different things, but I don't really fuck with that shit. You know what I mean? But I would say do it sparingly. You know what I mean? So let me move along real quick. All right, so right here, boom. So what the fuck is this shit right here, yo? So they got some shit called biological pacemakers, pacemaker cells that can fight back against therapies to biologically correct abnormal heart rates. You know what I'm saying? So they using, and I think this is one of the first ways that this shit was used was, for people hearts and shit. You know what I mean? But to help people with their heart. But they got cells, biological pacemaker cells. Like, usually people had a pacemaker like, it's like an electronic device or something. You know what I'm saying? But they done upped it to some to cells now. You know what I'm saying? And of course, with the situation that everybody got,
What? It's niggas.
they put some type of shit in there that got to do with this kind of shit, some old next level type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, man, like it's like they're not even really even telling you about what the fuck is going on with that shit. That's what's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, let me see this right here. So, all right, two novel studies of cedar Sinai have moved
What?
moved the needle on predicting two important heart conditions: sudden cardiac arrest, which often is fatal and increases coronary artery calcium, a market of coronary artery disease that leads to heart attack. So, yeah, turn your TV down, Rick.
Oh,
Ooh.
I keep embarrassing myself.
Yeah, that's all out.
To make you worry.
So, so this article is talking about sudden cardiac arrest. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what has been going on lately. Is that people been having this sudden cardiac sudden cardiac arrest shit for God knows what reason, but I think we all might know why. You know what I'm saying? And of course, we're not giving out medical advice. We just looking at what people are saying. You know, now some people might not like these people. Some people might like these people. So I'm just pointing out more or less of what's being said here. So again, the rest of this article, I would say, screenshot that. I ain't gonna go over all that, but they basically talking about the increase in sudden cardiac, problems, you know, and different ways to that they research this and different ways to mitigate, um, the risk of this. You know what I mean? So this is some of the research that I was doing on this shit. You know what I mean? Now, you know what I'm saying? My man, who that? That's my man, uh, what's his name? What's his name right there, Rick? Um, not Peter Popoff, Kenneth Copeland. You know what I'm saying?
Almighty, strong, south wind, heat, burn this thing, in the name of
burn this
Jesus.
thing.
Right. So that's my man Kenneth Copeland right there. So that's my man, the father of Blowvid. You know what I'm saying? Because he said he was going to blow the wind of God on the situation. So new research links Blowvid infection to a vaccination that could debilitate heart conditions. Damn. So the Blowvid and going to the Poconos is linked to heart defibrillation, defibrillating heart condition. That's crazy.
Oh man.
Shit that they not, you know what I'm saying? But this is the shit they're not talking about. But but they talking about it, but not talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Now this is shit
I
that's
love
just
the
coming out.
picture. I love the
You know what I
picture.
mean?
That's the point.
So
I know you just didn't
the
replace
study
everything.
suggests that a small portion of individuals who got vaccinated against the blovid may develop some shit called POTS. You know what I'm saying? God damn. Look at this shit.
Man, that's hilarious shit, bro.
So y'all went to the Poconos and got blovid, right? They told you had blovid. You went to the Poconos. You got Jabberwockied up. You got forced to go on dates with the men, whatever. However you got it. But this shit that they saying now that motherfuckers got vaccinated
Is
and
that what transhumanism is about?
possibly, maybe that's what I was going for when I put this together here. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's changing things on a whole different level.
So, look, blovid. You know what I'm saying?
They extracting the royalty and the loyalty out of your DNA.
Allegedly. Allegedly. You know. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, this is just shit that they talking about. You know what I mean? POTS. You know, what's that? Post-radial. I ain't even gonna try to say that crazy shit, but POTS. You know what I'm saying? POTS for short.
Mm, 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 mm. They
Pause it right there. So look, research at risk develops posturitic orthostic tachycardic syndrome or POTS in 5 or higher after the blovid after after they got the blovid. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Wow, it's just a variation of the Hives virus.
Allegedly. You know what I mean? So now look at this right here.
You see how I
Pilots
just
are
had it?
dying. Pilots are dying at Southwest Airlines at 6 times the rate after the blovid vaccination rolled out.
Mm.
Damn. This
Maybe
is
it had
all this is
something to do
all
with
in the past week. This is all in the past week they talking about this shit. But
it
you
might
ain't know
have
you
something
wouldn't
to do with them being all high and stuff.
you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that because why wouldn't they know that? Because they want to look at some guy beating up Kid Ray. You know what I mean?
But the vaccination affects your DNA and your respiratory system on a genetic level.
Well, they said they showed. That's why I showed the article of people. They showing how the shit fucking with your cells
They
and
don't give a fuck though.
how that shit has the technology to fuck with your cells. You know what I'm saying? So you know, but I want to talk about I want to because we showed that shit. I want to talk about the bull, Damar Hamlin and shit. The other day we talked about him how they said that recently he said I guess he made a statement or some shit posted a video, right? So now on a now let's look at this video real quick. Right.
33 widescreen.
I always be saying like these shits like it's a lot of that meets more than meets the eye with this shit, yo. You know what I'm saying? We be getting gaslighted on a lot of shit.
Okay, and here's Hamlin. He's getting ready to collapse. First, look at the sign. They got a
And what now? Pause it. They gotta play us. What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? What does that mean? Me, I'm going to pull up my I have to do some gematria on that. They got to play us. That's crazy that you know what I'm saying? Now that right there, they play that, they show us that, right?
And now he's collapsed. And there's
Now Rick, remember you said
Joey.
that, these numbers, you said I be thinking these numbers mean something. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the placement of people, in certain shots that they choose to take. Now you think they got maybe hundreds, even thousands of cameras, hundreds of different camera angles. You know what I'm saying? So the ones that they choose to hit us with, is at their discretion. All the way up until the event or after the event or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that shit is kind of strange. What does that mean? What did that mean? And even with the score, I see the score. I see numbers like you see 64 up there, 55. These numbers have to deal with Freemasonry, and well, my fault. The people who hide behind blue doors and walk on black and white floors, and you know, the people who got horns that you can't see on their head. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So those people, they fuck with this kind of shit. You know, they fuck with those numbers. You know what I mean? Triple fives. You know what I mean? Pentagram shit. You know what I mean? Of course, 33, like they were showing us, 33. Then number 3, he falls out. Now 33, and then number 3 falls out, and the score is at 3-7, right? Now 3 sevens, right, is a thelemite, right? Like, those guys. You know what I'm saying? Aleister Crowley type dudes. They into that, and it's not a coincidence that when you go to the casino, you get the lucky sevens, the 3 sevens. You know what I'm saying? They into that. You know what I mean? A lot of this shit. When you kind of know they symbolism in science, you can look at these things a whole different way than what's being betrayed to you, and a lot of shit that is obvious. You know what I mean? So from here, I want to since now we didn't brought our way, we worked our way back to this subject, and I'm gonna pass off to my man Pope right here, and I'm gonna just I'm gonna aid him in this, and I'm gonna let him lead the way on the next part of this right here. You know what I'm saying? Because this is where we are now. So we saw some strange things with this event right here. Now this event happened, and I guess for the most part, everybody thinks it's like they didn't second guess it. You know what I'm saying? But
Right. Hey, they
we
just
just
came.
look we just looked at things with a second opinion. So you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm gonna just you Pope, you do your thing, and I'm gonna just follow your lead right here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, they just put another video of him, and supposed to be him in real time. They talking
Oh yeah.
CGI and stuff like that.
Now,
Um, I'm gonna let
that's
that
what I
you
was.
know. I'm gonna let that
That's what I
rock
was
in a
thinking. I
second.
don't know.
No, this one from like since we've been talking. Since we've been talking, they just posted it.
Okay.
Um, yeah. Stu Peters and the rest of the people out there talking. Trying to get people's opinion before they start going in on NFL and the Bulls results. So they had to make up some shit. They might have pulled a Hollywood camera trick out because they've been silent. It's been days since the incident took place.
Right.
The mishap, I should say. And one of these mishaps that they keep messing up on. But what we know to be true is no matter whether you're in California or where it was where they at Cincinnati or someplace. Like one of the things is if you're not an emergency vehicle, you can't have decals on your vehicle. You can't have lights. And I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but one thing I did notice is just like the Ann Hayes situation.
Right. We gotta follow up with that. We gotta do part 2 on that.
Right. What I'm looking at right here is a vehicle with no lights at all. Now,
Okay.
it said UC on it. I'm like,
Hold
they're
up.
not in California. Now, check this out. Here, let me
Oh
pause this real
shit.
quick.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yo,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
that vehicle's not going nowhere. That's not an emergency vehicle.
Nigga, that don't even look like no ambulance truck, nigga.
Yeah, exactly, my nigga. Look, let's start over.
Hold the fuck up.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
This just blew everything I was talking about away. You know, except for the heart shit, but you know what I mean? But damn. Hold the fuck up. Hold up.
This is
All right,
getting away with,
go
bro.
Go back.
Yeah, for sure.
Run that back. Run it back.
Yeah, once I start seeing all these damn things, I couldn't help but be like, what the fuck going on? What y'all doing? Yeah, hold on. Let's at the beginning. Let's see. Yeah. Look.
Okay. All right. What the fuck? All right, hold on. What kind of that look like a U-Haul truck?
A painted U-Haul, my nigga. Hey.
I'm saying, all right, look, even if I ain't gonna get on the shape of the truck, all right, because I can see somebody I can see somebody saying, oh, like, come on, man, you know, but all right, where's the logos at though? Where it don't even say ambulance, yo.
Nah, you can't do that.
I ain't never seen if listen, in Philly we see the meat we call that joint the meat wagon. We see the meat wagon all the time. And that shit got insignia the fuck down on all over it. You know what I'm saying? Even like with the with you know, like I be pointing out to the young motherfuckers the caduceus and shit, you know what I'm saying? Symbol of money and all that shit, you know, the kundalini, you know what I'm saying? All that kind of shit. It's insignias, symbols, just like Rick was talking about. I don't know what happened to him, but yeah, that's crazy. Where the fuck is this? Yo, I'm fucked up by this.
Lights. They ain't even got fake yellow lights on there.
Hold up. Is this the beginning? You started it over?
Yeah, this is the first.
Yo,
it's on. Watch this.
Nigga,
watch this.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, I'm just thinking like, yo, all right. Because it's like, yo, listen, explain that, Batman. Yo, people that saying that we talking crazy or whatever, explain that, Batman.
Hold on. Look, there's
riddle me this, Batman. What the fuck is going on here?
Look, watch this. Look at it. Hold up. What is that? No.
What is that? It's just I'm looking at somebody that got some crazy sneakers on. What is that? What are those?
What are those? Hey, what company? Wherever he was going was not no emergency. Look at that. He can't get in traffic and go fast.
Yo, and I remember seeing the driver like from the angle. I don't got the video clip, but I do got it somewhere, but it's somewhere, I don't know. But I seen the video clip that from them, you know what I'm saying, of the driver, like when they was like panning and you could see the driver and shit. And I remember that he had like a bald head on, he had shades on, he had like, and I just was like, yo, he kind of looks spooky, like he ain't look like,
look, I got a picture of this nigga, bro. Look, check it out.
It was the same thing. Oh, you do?
Yep.
Listen. This is the same shit. Listen. How many times is a coincidence possible before it's mathematically impossible? Now, we got 3 different events where we had shady ambulance looking people. at the George Floyd shit, with the state trooper looking motherfuckers. How about the ambulance, the unhitched John, where they come up with the U-Haul van that look like it's the same shit as
They
this
had to
shit,
put the
yo. This
gurney
shit just
outside.
that shit just like dawned on me and shit. Like, yo, that's crazy, yo. Like, yo, listen, the unhitched John. Remember we gotta do a part
Yep,
2
I'm
on
about
that
to pull
John,
it up.
where
Yeah,
we was talking about the ambulance truck not looking authentic, right? And here we go
it had no
again.
decal in LA. It had no light. It couldn't go nowhere. It's not
Now,
an emergency
all right, now,
vehicle.
all right. I'm gonna play devil's advocate real quick, right? Now, all right, now, what if it's like some type of regulations against like insignia on ambulance trucks or
No.
something?
What? No.
What
Never.
if it's like all right, the
Look,
NFL can't show
what?
like symbols
Nigga,
of
they show
ambulance or
beer.
something.
They show beer. Nigga, they
I
show
mean,
beer,
but
bro.
maybe it's not good for business or something. Like, you know what I'm
Nigga, they show
saying?
alcohol during. They show alcohol. There's no way. Look, look, that shit
Maybe
has
that's
nothing on it. Look,
maybe like
the bald headed guy.
maybe like certain places like ambulances got private. It's like private owned or something.
No, you can't get private. You can't drive fast with no lights. Look at this. No,
I'm trying to
look,
think of why. I'm trying to think of why wouldn't these ambulances have
look.
no?
This is supposed to be the hospital, right?
I'm at a loss of
What's going
words.
on here? Where this guy come from?
I'm
Look,
flabbergasted
hold
right
up.
now. My
Look,
my
what is that? What is
my
that?
my flappers are gassed up and ready to go. Uh,
Look,
what the fuck is
hold
that?
on.
Yeah.
What is that? That's a U-Haul truck, bro.
It does look like a U-Haul truck, but I mean I said that, but I mean, but
There's nothing emergency about that vehicle.
I used
You
to
can't
work
even
at
go in
I used to work at
you can't even go
U-Haul.
in the carpool lane.
I used to work at U-Haul, and that's a TM right there. You know what I'm saying? Whatever numbers at the back, I know in the front that's a TM. But I'm saying, like,
Look at
these companies. All right, but look, these companies they could like sell to, you know what I'm saying? Like, they might sell a fleet to the maybe they, you know what I mean? Times is hard. It's pandemic shit. Maybe they trying to save money.
NFL? No, not for long. Look,
I'm
check this
talking about the
out.
ambulance. I'm talking about the ambulance. Maybe like over there
Look,
they figure that it's cost too much money to write ambulance on it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
look, look. What's up with
And
the
they just
what's up
trying
with
to
the
maybe
car?
that's just maybe they cut that out the budget or something. I'm saying I'm just saying that because I mean you already know what I think, but I'm
Oh
just
yeah.
saying that I'm playing devil's advocate for the people that's you know
How long has the hospital been there?
that's cognitive dissonant prone. You know what I'm saying?
Where is this
So
nigga going? Where is he going? They finna put who there? Look,
mm,
no, look, check it out.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked not that they would do this, but that people don't be noticing shit like this.
Man, what the
And
fuck?
like just like Ivan Van Sertima said, even when evidence is shown, people
Right.
still turn a blind eye to it. Like it's crazy.
Look,
Still
a
come up
good
with their
shot.
own shit.
What is this? Who's in that car? And why is that shit dark as fuck with all them lights? In that stadium, it should have been bright as fuck in that car. Mm-hmm. Look, that's paper plates. What's that? That's bent?
Yo, that's wild.
Look,
That's wild, man.
look, there's nothing emergency about that vehicle. They were not in a rush to go take you nowhere.
Yeah, that John look like a U-Haul John or something. Man. And it's like
Bro, that's
it don't look like it definitely don't look like no ambulance John. You know what I'm
it's make
saying?
believe.
Like I said, you got 3 different incidents where you got shady looking ambulances, you know.
Look,
Like even
we
one
ain't
of
gonna
them,
even talk about him. Let's just talk about this. That don't make sense. Look at the foot. Look, he like fuck. He fucked. You said the numbers. Look, you got 13, 6, 57,
yeah.
413, 6. I'm finna play them numbers tonight. I don't go. It was
That's
straight
wild.
up. Yeah, exactly. Look, he's in critical condition. What is this vehicle here for? They look like they just made a little makeshift hospital. Is that shit still there?
So all right. So up until this video, we was saying that we haven't seen him since, right? Now you said that while we making this video, dude's supposed to have he made a
Man, look,
video, he went
what's up
live or
with this nigga
something.
nose? Right, what's up with this nigga nose?
No, I'm saying, look, I'm asking you a question. So
Yeah,
you saying that while we was making this video, that
he
dude
just made a
in
video.
question made a video.
Right, that's what they're alleging.
Okay, so is there any way that we can watch this video? Can we pull it up?
Pull it up. Hold on, let me check it out. Hold on. Whoa, go
Because
Eagles.
I was just saying the other day, I'm like, all right, well, we ain't seen him since. Now,
Yeah. Nah, because they had to do
even if
something about
now,
that.
and one of the things I wanted to point out is that even if tomorrow or whatever or next season or whatever they said, he's gonna play. You know what I'm saying?
Never.
Most
There
people,
you go.
like, with the thing about football players is most people know football players not for how they look on everyday life, but how they look in uniform with the helmet on, with their jersey on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a
Yeah.
lot of times they don't really be knowing what they look like unless they like all into the post game type shit and all that. So they can have
Yep.
anybody go out on the field with his jersey on and say it's him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's even stories.
They lost the track.
There's even stories of NFL players talking about having people go out and play games for them and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's not far from reality that something could happen like that. But that would be like the meat and potatoes of the thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, is he going to play again? You know what I'm saying? So
Nah, he's never gonna play.
so if
Yeah, you can't play after
like
you had a heart attack.
what I was saying in the video the other day is that, well, we haven't seen a clear picture of this dude or since, you know what I'm saying? And we don't even really know if this is him. Now, we were saying from the rip, we were saying like, yo, he checked out, right? And I seen other people made videos like talking about that shit. Like I think we was like the first people to really like talk about this. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much a given. But you know what I'm saying? But I seen other people talk about, this shit, too. So it's like, but the thing about that is like, a lot of times people be like, oh, I did this first, or this person copied me or whatever. Truth echoes itself. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Especially when you see people from that's supposed to have no connection with each other, both saying this and doing the same things,
Right.
that's proof alone that these people got connection. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, or these people is on the same path or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because truth echoes itself, So it's
Yeah,
a lot of
that
different
bald headed
ways
dude you
to
see?
there's a lot of different ways to illustrate what I'm saying right there, but you get the point.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But yeah, a lot of other people are seeing what we're talking about. Just like how we were talking about, like when me and Reese, from the rip, we've been saying like, yo, this nigga Biden don't look right. He don't look the same. You know what I'm saying? And we've been talking about that shit from the rip, and other people start seeing it too. So, it's more or less a validation. When you see other people like kind of like doing, videos after you or whatever, like, yeah, they see it too. Now who knows? They might have saw what we did and they got inspired. But I mean, I ain't gonna act like I haven't seen something before and been inspired by somebody else. So, to each his own, and it's all good. And you know what I'm saying, in the world of gathering information, you know what I'm saying. But yeah,
Yeah, look at these people.
now the video, now I can see now people saying, I haven't seen a video yet, but we're gonna try to see if we can pull it up. But I can see people
Yeah.
now saying, "Oh, that was CGI," you know, that was a hologram or something, right? You
They
know,
forgot his tattoo.
people can say that. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that people can rightfully say that because we live in a world where that shit is possible. You know what I'm saying? Just like when people be showing alien footage and flat Earth footage and all this other shit, all that shit can be manipulated in this day and age. So all that shit got an asterisk next to it. Even the shit that we talking about right here got an asterisk next to it because at the end of the day, we wasn't there and we don't know. But we just gathering information. We gathering information, and just like with what they say about planned theories, right? Um, once it's just like a raffle. Once you find one, in theory you could win the prize or whatever, but once you buy a ticket, it's no longer a theory. It's a possibility or a probability. So hold on, real quick. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with with a planned theory. It's no longer a theory once you find evidence. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? And the more evidence you find, the more probable or possible the plan becomes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, it's the same science. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's irrefutable. Don't want to hear shit y'all talking. Fuck that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
because I'm concerned, and you should be too, because there's a lot of bullshit going on out here. There's a lot of
Yep.
dumbass distractions and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we're gonna talk about I got some more distractions to point out, and shit that just dawned on me. You know what I mean? Now, I believe you got a video right here that you trying to hit us with. What is this right
Oh,
here? You
these are
trying to
slides. I just put them in
you
a
trying to
video form.
sneak? Now, all right. I guess. Now, all right, you can just leave the music off. You know what I'm saying? So we
I
can
did.
talk over it. Is it
Yeah, that's what I'm
playing?
talking about.
I
No, it's
can't
not
see.
playing. It's on pause.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you
We're
can
gonna get
roll
into
that.
it. Yeah, this is the like the protest that they say is going on out there, and how they make it seem like it's extra violent, but then it's them getting violent. Because they talking about defund the police and all the rest of this shit, when they're the ones out here inciting this situation, and taking pictures that be wild as fuck. Like, look, like who in the what is that? And why is this nigga taking a picture away from that shit like it didn't disturb him? Whatever got let off over there in front of that thing, he's taking a picture somewhere else. He's not taking a selfie or some other shit.
Yeah, right. I get you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, like where the fuck you get that from? That's not normal. Because where did that come from?
Right.
And they put this shit on the news. Look.
Shit, as always. Shit.
Yeah, for sure. Look, what's burning? They said they made sure that they showed this picture. Like, what's going on here? Look, they can't kill us all. They can so try.
That's what I say. That's gaslighting, man.
Yeah,
that's
nigga, don't
gaslighting like a motherfucker, man. Like,
who the hell you expect them to shoot? Y'all finna go home. Right after that, as soon as they get at the front of the line, they're gonna go home and watch the news.
All right, like,
they was on it.
It's gaslighting because it's like The niggas holding the sign is out of pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They like,
Right.
all right,
Kill
like,
us all. Shit,
y'all ain't doing nothing but holding the sign.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you try to hype us up.
Don't taunt them.
This ain't nothing but a photo op. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. That's what I'm saying. These are photo ops that these people are portraying.
yeah, right.
Exactly. My
Yeah.
point exactly. Look at this shit. Like this ain't finna happen. Product placement, look, the Hyatt Regency, they trying to say we got room. No sponsor. Look at this shit.
Yep, and they deployed the military all crazy, especially down there in Atlanta.
Right.
I've seen a lot of videos of that shit.
Yeah. What are you there for?
They had 30 NPCs. They had 30 NPC units out there.
Right. Now, overstand.
Like what the fuck? What the fuck, nigga? That's you preparing to go to the fucking war. You know what I'm saying? Them Jones is designed to deal with that's crazy.
Yeah, that's reality. Look at these people. No cop see. Like, who are these people?
What I'm
Where'd you come
telling you,
from?
this gaslighting, man.
Yeah, this the front of a black protest.
You know they said in 2022 that was the word of the year, gaslighting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the word kind of mutated, like it got it encapsulated a whole new meaning and shit. So we using the new meaning, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. This shit too. Bank of America will start charging low-income customers $12 a month unless they keep some dollars in there. Nigga, hold on to your shit.
And just to like kind of quantify on what I just said, gaslighting originally it used to mean like mirroring somebody. Like, all right, like I'm gaslighting would be like if how can I say this? If I did something, if I did something and I accused you of doing it, you know what I'm saying? And I did the shit, but I'm saying that you did it. That's gaslighting. You know what I'm saying? But now gaslighting means to just it could be anything like that. Anything that's divisive like that. Like it is more or less used to in place of egging somebody on or gassing somebody up to do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you see this right here?
Like filling them up, like filling your tank up with gas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, blowing smoke up your ass.
Right. The manipulation. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now,
speaking of manipulation, look, why is there a patent for subliminal acoustic manipulation of the nervous system?
Right on cue. I didn't even see that on the screen.
Right. Whoops. Now. Silent sound subliminal mind control.
This is from the government. The people who govern and control your mind, your mental state. You know what I mean? With entertainment. They entertain and control taint your mind. Enter and taint your mind.
The reason why they never made it out the ghetto. Oops. Oh, Florida.
Yo, that episode is crazy. You know they got Pops off the show because he wasn't with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
He wanted to be a coon.
But look, I believe they was gonna kill him off anyway because that was the construct. That was like the first construct for a single parent. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, you know what I mean?
Right.
At least in our era, because that was like the late '70s. Mid to late '70s, and that was like kind of like the first imagery that we all seen of single parent. You know what I'm saying? So I think they would have killed him. I think they would have killed him off regardless. I think, you know what I'm saying, even if he wasn't with the bullshit, that fit right into the paradigm that they're trying to create.
Right. Depending on what you're seeing on there. some people, Twitter accounts still maybe being censored. Little Tay, somebody put that on there. Matter of fact, she just got blocked. I just
I heard
seen
they
that.
just let RZA Islam back on that
Yep,
joint. Shout
his
out to him.
original
You know what I'm
account.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, they let him
Yep.
back on. Shout out to RZA.
Yep. Hey,
RZA
look.
ruler. You know what I mean?
Right. Look, have autism rates really tripled, or are doctors just getting better at spotting it? Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Now
Rutgers
they
University.
said now look, that's 2016. They said by 2030 that shit is going to outweigh the cost of the defense. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And it's
Yeah, they spend a lot of
look, and
money on that.
they said that the shit is um happening more in black men. You know what I mean? Just like the book that we should be all familiar with. The you know, I botched the title, but the what is it? The Attack on Black Boys, the secret agenda to
Oh yeah,
destroy
yeah.
black boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. The conspiracy to attack. Yeah,
I
I
think I
got
said it
that.
right.
By
Right.
Kunju. Yep. I'll pull it up before we get out
And
of here. And then get your feedback.
speaking of that, I wanted to touch on. I had 2 points that I wanted to touch on. That reminds me that Kamala Harris recently met with some college students in a black organization in Atlanta to talk about the plight of black men. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Now,
terrible.
she secretly did this. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
As
It wasn't gonna
you
be
know,
broadcast.
again, these things are not
Not
on the
after no black
news,
men.
right? They on like local news and shit, but they not on news, right?
Right. Right.
So now the anticipation for what um, Joe Biden of some time is going to say about the plight of black men in his next upcoming speech. You know,
Oh yeah, because he's an expert.
that's what people are hoping is that at least hopefully he's going to address what to do about black men. And you know, I've been saying that, you know, they use divisive behavior when it comes to black people where they split us apart, you know. And every time that they talk about black people is gender first. Black women this, black men that, black women this, black men that. We're never discussed or talked about as a whole, as a black family. You know what I'm saying? And these are the ways that they keep us separate by talking about black men, talking about black women, as if we separate. You know, even like with
Hey,
the
but
Ice
check this
Cube,
out. They already know what they want to do with black men, and
right? Absolutely.
they're doing
You
it.
know,
They're
and
running
but
that play.
the way that they do it is with these divisive tactics, like with
Hmm.
the Ice Cube interview when he was on Fox Soul and he talked about the platinum package. And
Hmm.
he said that, you know, this is a package that we want to push to either a candidate, you know, about how to improve the black community. And who's that? Vivica Fox, and um, Diamond from Players Club, and a couple other Hollywood's ex ratchets. They they shot the bill down, like, because they said there's nothing in there specifically for black women. And it's like, all right, who's pushing them to push that narrative? Because it's like, all right, realistically, you got black men in your family, and you think about at least your own family and a whole as a family. You don't marginalize the women in your family or the men in your family. You know what I'm saying? So why would we do that shit on a grand scale with black people? You know, so these people are like, in my opinion, like gatekeepers, pushing that narrative that black people or black women are separate from the black community because
Yeah, but they obviously gonna
they shot
report
the
it.
shit down. They shot the shit down under the context that it doesn't contain anything specifically for black women. And he was like, "What you mean? It's for black people?" And he was like, "They was like, yeah, but it should be something in there specifically for us." You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
that
it's
was the
like,
whole
damn, it's like
divide and
that's
conquer
the
anyway.
divisive behavior that they keep spinning on us. Just like what I talked about in the video yesterday, where they used a black woman to talk about the 5 black cops. They used a black police chief to talk about it. To talk about them. You know what I'm saying? You know. And, matter of fact, let me throw this clip up here since we talked about that shit. I do got a clip um from the news at the event that Kamala Harris was allegedly at. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't think she in the clip, but they said she was there. You know what I'm saying? See if we can get this rolling.
Got something to say. Because for so often what's happened is we've been talked about, we've been talked to, but nobody's actually listened to things that are of concern for us. So what we did was we went across the state of Georgia to provide a forum for black men to be able to voice their concern. Violence, crime is a big issue. Safety, and how that's going to be addressed. Another thing that we're hearing quite often is the amount of money that goes into programming that is to put into place for those different things that they talk about never actually gets to the organizations that can do something about it.
There's not enough focus on the black father. In my personal opinion, if we were to talk about politics, every study is kind of flawed. There's a difference between a white man and a white father. There's a difference between a black father and a black man. And right now, when it comes to politics, there's not enough focus on fathers all around. As a father, a focus is dad. Image is everything. What your kids hear and see determines what they decide in life. And there's nothing but yelling and screaming. Trump did not give people a chance. Either you do it this way or the highway.
I ain't gonna get into the politics of that. You know what I mean? But the point I'm trying to make is that, I've been saying that they're trying to like X out, the role of the black man in everyday life. It's like, longer needed. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's supposed to look like, perceivably. You know what I mean? Even though they done with us all for real. But the way to destroy us is to have us to infight against each other, to pit us against each other. You know what I'm saying? So every time that we talked about, or we got organizations that that mainstream, is always separating us with black men or black women. And I'm not going to say that black men don't need to come together to talk, because as men, as soldiers, as generals, as chiefs and leaders, yeah, you do have to come together to discuss certain things. How to protect your family, how to be a better man and shit like that. And I'm not going to say that women don't need to come together and talk about, things that that will help them to be better women. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that when we don't have conversations about us as a family, then the more divisive gender war bullshit continues. You know what I mean? And that's just the fact.
They'll be heading in the same direction.
I don't know. Listen, man. Look, I work hard to not try to incriminate myself with that shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Please get this off the screen.
What? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of why I did that shit earlier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, that can't go up. Take that down. You're gonna say we did some shit. That's that they listen. They looking for them hot words and shit. That's why I took the time to block that shit out and not say that shit and not show nothing that say that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's
And
how
see,
we
there's a
gotta
lot
move.
more
That's
on
how
there.
we
And
that's
see,
how
I
we
had to
gotta
fast
move
forward to
doing
it.
that's how we gotta move doing that shit. You know what I mean?
Yep, and I got
Because
some
because
stuff
they
on
just
there.
because they just looking because the algorithms are just hunting for them symbols. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as they see that, they just flag that like, oh nope,
Yep.
see, you know what I mean?
Massacre. They
So that
flagging
you know,
massacre.
well, at least
Yeah.
not yet. They're gonna get to that. They're gonna get to that too. And we can't put up certain words, can't say certain
Uh-huh.
words. I mean, you already get shadow banned for just saying certain things. That's why
I'm
we
already.
create a whole. That's why we create a whole different lingo. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
You know, you
Yep.
create a whole different lingo. Oh, okay, just like even like with the slang shit. You know, a lot of people was handkerchief head Negroes. You know what I'm saying? And you know they had to divulge all of our cryptic slang to our oppressors. You know, i.e., Urban Dictionary and shit like that. You know, back in the day when we had lingo, soon as we seen them people talking in our lingo, oh, we switch it up. Oh, they nope, that word dead. We ain't using that word no more. They picked it up now. The whole point of slang is so that other people don't know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? It ain't to be just giving that shit and then it's like, all right, that's your claim to fame is that you taught these people what this means. And you the talk of the party at the water cooler or the wine and cheese party because you putting them up on lingo that they ain't even supposed to be known in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like we worked hard to create that lingo for y'all to just give it to them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, this
Yeah.
mean this and that mean that. Like they be
Uh-huh.
tapping dudes' phones. They be tapping dudes' phones for years trying to decipher shit what they be saying. You know what I'm saying? And
Uh-huh.
y'all be getting y'all giving willingly just giving up lingo to these y'all crazy. We work hard to create our lingo and y'all just giving it away. And every time y'all do that, we gotta come up with something else. But you know what? Y'all keep us sharp. You keep us sharp. You keep us on our toes. You keep us creative. You know what I'm saying? I'm like the E40 around here. You know what I'm saying? I done created a whole lot of lingo, you know, over here on this side. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to E40.
Yeah.
Mr. Earl Stevens.
You know, author a lot of shit on the low. You know what I mean? But that's listen, we're not gonna get braggadocious. We're not doing that. We here to drop knowledge. So
And Sharon Christensen.
right. So all right, look.
Now, tragedy
Now look,
upon
no,
tragedy. Now, I know
no,
you know
no,
the numbers and stuff.
no, I wanted to touch on this real quick. Let me touch on something real quick because this dawned on me. You know what I'm saying? Now, we've been having a back and forth stick, with people talking about their identity and shit like that. And you know,
Yes, you have.
you see, a lot of that is, I've been calling it out as distraction, given all of
Yep.
this shit that we've been talking about and showing you and still showing you. You know what I mean? So and I'm trying to think. I'm just like, I got like dots up on the board. I'm like, how does this connect? What does this connect with this? Why is this running at the same time as this? Right? And it just dawned on me. 23 and me, right?
Oh, you see you
So
see the
so
video?
so yeah, we're gonna get to that right now. So
It's a whole
you
nother
know, so
yeah.
so yeah, I'm gonna just try to play this video and then we're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But it dawned on me.
Yeah, they just sold that shit. Yep, this her, yeah.
Have you ever sent a genetic test to 23andMe to find out more about yourself? Well, I have some bad news for you then. Because that company is now merging with a corporation called VG Acquisition Corp, a special purpose acquisition corporation that falls under the umbrella of Richard Branson's Virgin Group. Translation, your genome now belongs to Richard Branson. And he's going to do whatever the hell he wants with it.
Let me pause there real quick. Who the fuck is Richard Branson? So That's number one. Who the fuck is him? Right? Or matter of fact, that might not be my number one. But it just dawned on me where it's like, all right, why am I seeing every time, like, a month back or something like that? I'm like, yo, why am I every time I open up my phone, I'm seeing people talking about their identity. We ain't black. We this, we that, right? And then when I start to engage these people, right? They all like say the same thing. Go do your genealogy, bro. Do your genealogy. And I start looking at, the things that these people are saying. They all encouraging, people, yeah, go do your genealogy so you can find out who you really are, and you're gonna find out that you ain't black, and you ain't African, or all that kind of shit, right? So it's all this encouraged for people to go out and do their genealogy. You know what I'm saying? The Instagram researchers, the half-wits, you know what I'm saying? The micro detractors, you know, um, they out here telling everybody to go get their genealogy done, right? So, like I said, it just dawned on me. I'm like, 23 and Me. This is running at the same time as 23 and Me. So
Yeah,
they
the classic.
encourage them. So they're encouraging a lot of these people who want to find out who they are, right, to go out and basically give their DNA to Michael Branson. Who the fuck is that, right? And that is, I don't even know if that's his name. I might have botched his name, but fuck him. But Michael Branson or whoever the fuck this, these people are, you know what I'm saying? And then they can do whatever the fuck they want with your situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's
Yep.
like,
Log into a database.
man, it's the same thing as the Jabberwocky.
It's already written.
After they stick you, it don't make a difference. So
Yep.
it's like, all right, whatever led you here to get stuck, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Once they get you, is done. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And
So
that's
so
just
these
a test.
micro detractors, just like I pointed out in the video clip, there's a whole PR team of people paying people to go online and talk about certain things. What are those
Yep.
certain things? Identity. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
identity is one of the things that they want people to talk about. The shape of the earth, the election, shit like that. Why
Mm-hmm.
are PR teams paying people to go online and talk about these things? Because they have agendas.
Mm.
You
Causes.
gotta start connecting dots. It's not about
Yeah.
letting somebody, you're not even just me or anybody just tell you what's what. You gotta start connecting dots. What do
Yeah.
these things
Connecting the
mean?
dots.
Why are these things running at the same time? Why does this happen at the same time as this? Why
Yeah.
did they release
Because
the
right now,
footage of the guy getting beat up at the same time they released the footage of Nancy Pelosi husband getting beat up? Why they do that?
and the fake individual at a football game.
Right.
You know what I mean?
At the
Like at the
same
same
and
time.
they do that at the same time as this dude makes his first appearance after being labeled dead on the field.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. At the same time as this right here. Check this out. Now, I was looking at this situation. They say, he was inspired terrorist who killed 8 people with the truck, and NYC is convicted and could face a death penalty. I was like, now I see somebody get hit by a car before, and if this person purposely killed 8 people with his truck, wouldn't there be like some blood on the truck somewhere? You think that maybe they would have went as far as to at least throw some ketchup up there?
Mm-hmm.
Mysterious vehicles. Check this out. Now, does that look like he ran over 8 people? Hold on, killed 8 people, let alone ran over them with his truck. Now, everybody know that. Look, that's a Home Depot rental. Is that the front of people that he was hitting with that thing? Hold on. You see some blood on there, like a little bit? Like it would have been a helmet on there. It would have been a little bit of some gut, something like that on some tire, right?
Yeah. I mean, he hit a. So
Look, check it out.
all right. Well, wait a minute. Let's slow it down a little bit. Now, what did he hit? What did he supposed to have hit?
8 people. They said he killed 8
Hey, he
people with
just
that
hit.
truck.
So he hit 8 people, 8 human beings with that truck.
Yeah, that's what they're alleging.
So is that's what caused the damage? Did he like run into a tree after that or something?
I don't know. Hey, bro, that's what this is the picture that they're going with. They saying that this man killed 8 people with a truck. You
It looked
can't
like he
hit
hit.
8 people
It
with a
looked like he
vehicle
hit.
and let alone kill them.
It looked
Even
like
if
he
you
hit
hit
collide.
somebody head on, you have to run over somebody, right?
It looked like he hit Colossus with that truck.
Hey, it looked like Colossus hit him. Look, check it out.
I don't know about 8 people. You know what I mean?
Look,
Maybe he ran into
look,
a tree or
bro.
something.
He would have had some. He would have had something
Yeah, 8
on the
people.
tire or
He
something.
would have had some
Remnant.
unfortunates. Yeah, he'd have
Yeah,
some
right.
unfortunates up in there.
I'm not
Definitely.
going for it. Nah, look at
He'd have
this.
definitely had. He'd have definitely had some. It'd have definitely been some DNA up on that joint.
Look, what is that man standing there for with that hat on? Like,
I get what
look,
they
no
just cleaned.
decals on his.
What I'm assuming what this must have been after they cleaned it down or something.
That's a dry ass situation. That whole car,
Maybe
everything dry.
this is after they power washed the front of the car. I mean, that's what his
It'd have been
job
wet.
was. He
It'd have
cleaned
been
that
wet.
joint. They air dried it too.
Air dry. Yep.
They
Before you
hit it
start
with
putting the color on.
the air blower joint. You know, they thorough
Right.
like that. They thorough like
Look,
that. You know what I mean?
if he hit that man on the bike, don't you think there'll be blood in between the bike and right underneath that? Look at it.
Oh
They
man,
saying
come on, man.
that
Oh
mango bike
man,
is.
come on, man. You reach it, man.
I'm
He hit him so fast that the blood ain't even come out, man. Come on, man. It's
Look,
all this shit can be explained, man. You just being
look,
preposterous.
hold on, bro. Look, that's supposed to be somebody killed with that truck and mangled that bike. This is what they're going with.
I'll say it again. You said you said he got hit with the bike. The bike,
Yeah,
he hit
he supposedly used that truck to hit the bike. Look. That U-Haul truck that he borrowed. Once again, U-Haul. Shout out to U-Haul.
All right,
Hey, that's the
so
Mango bike, and that's supposed to be the guy that's dead underneath it.
all right, so this dude hit 6 people, right?
8
people
killed
and a
8
bike.
people.
So he had 8 people in a bike.
No, he hit 8 people. He killed 8 people with that truck.
And he hit somebody on a bike too, right?
Yeah, that was one of the 8 people supposedly.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes sense then. So you say what happened is that the 8 people plus the bike was like the equivalent of hitting a brick wall, right? That's what.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay,
After a
yeah.
while,
That makes
no
sense.
blood, no guts. Right?
Hey, look, that's what they're gonna say. That's what they're gonna tell us, and then they're gonna show us like a graphic of like it's the equivalent of a cinder block, you know.
Yeah, look at it though.
But I
Yeah,
mean, where the blood at though?
No blood.
Where's the blood at?
Not at
Oh,
all.
they they thorough like that. They cleaned up.
Right.
Damn, this is after they cleaned up. Those
There was no blood on the ground.
those pictures is too gruesome for us to see. They didn't want us to see that. That's what happened.
Those are supposedly the group that he
Right.
ran over.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Photoshop. Do it look like they just attached the head to the first guy?
How old is that picture?
Oh, they didn't say that far.
That shit look like it's from the 90s and shit.
Yeah, supposedly those are the people that got hit. They didn't say what their profession was, but they're all from Argentina on that in particular day. So that might be true that those people died on that day, but the circumstances surrounding their death.
But they got hit. But they got hit by a truck. They all got hit. So all of them got hit by a truck, or just the ones with the circles when they hit?
Right, they're saying those people died.
So what happened to the without the people with the circles when they hit? They cool?
That means that three other people were not the target.
I'm saying, are they alive? Those other people?
The other three people, no, they're cookies too.
So all
it
of them
just
is
so
dead.
happens that group.
Oh, so all of them is dead.
Yeah.
Oh
All six,
wow.
all 5 of them.
That's suspect. So they all dead, but those are the only ones with the circles around their head is the ones. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they was all on a field trip.
See, look, I try to play devil's advocate, but it's like, listen, I'm just running out. Y'all not helping me, man. This is ridiculous, yo. Damn. I give up. Look, that's some bull. That sound like some bullshit to me. That sound fishy to me. I'm concerned.
Yeah, I'm definitely concerned. There is an issue there. That does, it comes.
All of them all of them have passed. So all of them have passed.
Right. And they was out here on a group.
Oh, okay. So what happened to the rest of them? How did they pass?
How did they live?
No,
they probably
what
said
happened?
they wasn't talking.
If they, you know what I'm saying, but if all the people in that picture have passed already, right?
Yeah.
Then how did they pass if they didn't get hit by that car?
They probably jumped out the way.
What happened to them?
They probably
when you gaslit, you don't pay attention to details.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like, all right, like when people can like get mad at us because it's like, why? How come you don't have an emotional registration to this? Is that because you can't see clearly when you do that?
Right.
You know,
you can't have
that's the whole point.
Attachment.
Right. That's the whole point of psyops. Like, we explained that many times. You got to take your feelings off. Your feelings are like your shoes. You got to take them off at the door. You can't come in. You can't come into this house with your shoes on, tracking your feelings all over the place.
Right.
No.
Bringing your soul up in here.
Yeah. Leave that outside.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't pay attention to detail. Just like you fighting, you can't fight when you're angry. They say everybody got a plan until you get punched in the face. You know, but you gotta be disciplined. You gotta be disciplined when you're angry. When you're upset, you gotta be angry enough to be disciplined. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, if you can't control yourself, you can't control your emotions, you can be gaslit. And you won't pay attention to detail. But, we wouldn't have a job. We wouldn't have a job here to do if you guys did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
check this.
I'm like I'm fried rice right now actually. But I like it like that, like them Spanish niggas. It's just that song. I like it like that. Okay, I mean,
all right.
I was trying to see if I can pull up some off of this shit off of my phone and shit,
and
put it on my computer.
Yeah, right back to it.
So I can compute her.
Yes, sir.
Properly. Oh shit.
Yeah.
What is this? This ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. Hold on. All right, give me all of that. Give me all of those.
Let's see. Having trouble sharing it again.
Being gaslit. I'm listening to the Black Information Network, and they, these people is pawns. They all ain't nothing. They work with them people, man. I'm convinced.
Yep. I listened to it. I heard it when you be playing it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah. It's ridiculous. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, let me see. Connected. Yeah, They playing foul. They ain't. They think cats ain't paying attention. You know, you got to in this game. They're gonna put it right in your face. They'll let you know. And like, and they say, "We told you." That's how they get that shit. Let's see. Hurry up.
Damn, man. That shit is crazy. It's play day, so.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, depending on how you want to run it.
I don't know we ain't. D-block.
Yes.
Did you put it on pause?
Yeah. I put it on pause. This is a little bit of history because all of this stuff is based on the knowledge that when they identify something or doing something detrimental to your health, it has to follow certain protocols, certain rules, for lack of a better term. And one of the people who created the protocols that they follow is a guy named Koch. Let's see. Oh, it took off on me? Oh, it's a short one.
Yeah. It's running back.
Yep. And what was it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because this one, the other one was having trouble. Which is that other one? But on here, you know, conscious postulates, what they call it, which is, you know, the rules that identify these things. Just so happen to have like a hero in the background, because it seems that, you know, a lot of things they attribute to some of these other folks is actually done by my relative. Now, including the fourth addition to their situation. Let's see. Playing or not.
What happened?
Oh, it wasn't playing on the screen. So
That shit was playing. It was playing.
All right.
I was trying to pause it so I can read it. That's why it probably was looking like that. So I paused it so I could read that shit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, continue what you were saying though.
Oh yeah. Well, on that, yeah, because I was gonna because the fourth postulate, which was created by my great grandfather, the fourth group, it says that they can demonstrate the organism but cannot cultivate it. Therefore, we cannot produce a disease experimentally by inoculating it with the pure culture. We can produce the disease experimentally very readily by inoculating the material directly from the infected animal body. But you will observe that we do not fulfill the conditions by that process. We have come to disease most protozoans, which are parasites, which have come in this category. Leprosy is an example, which lets you know that that's a parasite. And we can demonstrate regularly the organism, but cannot cultivate it. The protozoal infection, the only exception being the Trypanosomiasis, which is in South America they call it Chagas disease. Out here they call it HIV or American trypanosomiasis. And in that too, there's a lot of things that just show that these things, that these organisms that we attribute to certain other indications. Yes, exactly. Let's see. Lies and stories that should be all over national news. Oh yeah. Now, the other one is a bit of lucky. My hog status. Oh, that's why. It was too big. I got it. Put it in a whole other section. I had to shrink it for that purpose. Upload it. Oh yeah. Huge elephant in the room.
That's it. Turn it. Yeah. So we can talk over it.
Debunking myths. The truth wasn't enough.
All the shit that they said that we've been saying, is wound up being true. They said that we was talking shit and they was banning us and censoring us and flagging us and deleting our pages and all that shit. And then they come out and say, all right, well, yeah, that shit was true. This was true.
Right.
And it's like, all right, so who you banning at this point? You banning me or you banning the truth? You know what I'm saying? Because you saying I said this or I said that, he said this and he said that, but then all right, then it should come out and it's like, all right, well, yeah, that was true.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
This one
them
right
guys
here
said was true.
Right. There go November 4th, 1907. Great grandpa, this is just part one. Called the hog cholera. Bacillus. Now, hog cholera sounds something like swine flu if you add them together. Excuse the lingo, but you can also attribute that to a few other things. Now, and cholera bacillus. Ain't nobody really talking about that. That's another disease that's prevalent in other areas that they don't want to be, one of them colds. Now, check it out. The microorganism which they're studying is the hog cholera bacillus. The disease, hog cholera, was first recognized in this country in 1843. So, 1918 is when they had the Spanish, fruit fly. Now, during that time, that'll let you know that they was already on it. And it show you down here, the hog cholera has been seen in Holland. It is found in Scandinavia, Sweden, and Denmark. It exists in England. It is usually called swine fever or pig typhoid. Damn, that sounds like a couple of other situations. Names of other things that's been attributed to something else. In France, they call it pneumoenteritis, which is some shit that
and it's like, all right, this makes me think about intellectual clout chasing. Breakthroughs in research, who got the jewels and who want the jewels. You know what I'm saying? So like you got people who will misclassify some shit just to say that it's something new and to get pats on the backs and statues and busts and parks named after them and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that sets science on a whole nother course because we don't want to deal with the reality of things and deal with them for what they are. We want to relabel them and reissue them as something else. And it's
Right.
just like what happens on a microcosm happens on a macrocosm. So
Right.
if I like, you see people where it was a whole kind of revolution of redefining people's job titles. You know what I mean? Where people was disgruntled with their jobs, and I'm tired of being a custodian, or I'm tired of being
Right.
I'm tired of being a janitor. And then we'll say, okay, you're the environmental manager, right?
Yeah.
Same
Master the
job,
custodial art.
right? Same job, just different title. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And it's like nothing's got better, but you feel better about it now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Like
So
the
the same
project.
thing is the same thing as we see happening here is where you see the understanding of parasites and microparasites, right?
Right.
And and then you had somebody say, well, this is a bacteria, this is a protein, this is the basilicus, this is that, and this is that,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And
Right.
then and then people argue about that for over 100 years just to be
Yeah.
back at the same discussion.
Right.
Back for us to be looking at had to go back to the prime source of what people were talking about 100 years ago, even though we had technological advancements in every other facet of life. But when it comes to health, you know what
Right.
I mean? We got to go back in archaeological texts at this point to
Right.
get the truth. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Because people
Right.
intellectually gaslight each other, you know,
Mm-hmm.
intellectually make land claims on bullshit and rename shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's crazy.
And one thing I did notice is, one can't fault all doctors for not having the knowledge of, because, like you give them a test, you give somebody a test, and it comes back a certain thing, then you prescribe them whatever they're supposed to have, but they really don't take the chance to break down the test and, look at it for themselves, to see what it really is besides whatever they shoot back at you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But there are levels of doctors, the ones that look under that microscope and see it. You know what I'm talking about? And that's the things that we're gonna those cans we're gonna start to open up.
Right.
Because we ain't avoiding all cans. There's something we're just gonna say play. Now, on this, they were saying that you can get hold on, hold on in here. Oh, hog cholera is a prevailing epizootic of swine in this country.
Swine.
Another, epizootic is what
Swine
is
merchant.
in reference to animals only.
Right. On epi means on top of.
Right. And see, and they call it an epidemic in ours. So that's epizootic in the animal kingdom. And Ruffles and Russian. Hold on, let's keep going with the same. Now, hog cholera is extremely prevalent disease and the cause of enormous losses. It's estimated the Bureau of Agriculture in Washington that the losses run up to $30 million a year. What did they do with that? What did they do with the losses? $30 million a year. That shit didn't change. They didn't get better and eliminate it. They just passed that shit in the nuts. Because we're looking down here. Says our government has expended many thousands of dollars for investigation and study of this disease, and in furthering efforts to measure for its prevention. You can get the government to invest in any disease of animals, but not those of human beings. So we thought. This is 100 years ago, right? Now, it says efforts to find the specific cause of the disease were initiated in the Bureau of Animal Industry soon after the Bureau was established. But the earlier efforts we now recognize have been full of errors. Now, basically, these people at the Bureau of Animal Industry try to take credit for something that Theobald Smith and Dr. Salmon had did before. Now, in there it came out that what they was talking about, the whole, I'm listening to my echo, that's the only reason why I'm talking. Apparently identified.
Turn it down then.
Yeah, they identified it as the swine flu. And, you know, they tried to call it something else, and they wrote a fake report. Now, certain Dr. Billings in his country, University of Nebraska, then claimed that the published work by the Bureau of Animal Industry was practically fake. There was no bacillus or flare, then they started going back and forth. That it was a bacillus of swine flu, cat food, dog food, basically. And, you know, they tell you right here that in the handbook of pathogens and microorganisms, in Russian, I learned how to read that a little taste, is where they had the black scene for the situation. Now, and he called him a liar for even trying to post it. It goes back that far. What it do? And it describes the size of it. And I'm quite sure we can attribute that to another thing that's popular right now. One of the diseases. One of the things I like is that grandfather, he's sitting up there talking about like Dr. Walter Reed was working in the laboratory on some problems connected to typhoid fever. He had a culture of an alkaline producing typhoid bacillus. It's almost certainly it had been paratyphoid bacillus. Walter Reed got a medical center out here. So if those guys are your coworkers and you know, people quite sure that you know a lot of this information wasn't touched, he'd have one of them hospitals too, straight up. Now, keep it pushing. And how you tested in milk, it actually proof as to you know what you're dealing with. See, that's on a technical doctor level. There's no separation of casing. Bro, she put it in there for like 2 weeks and checked it out like indigo blue. Now, in there, the hog flare is not from this. Okay. Hey. Fact checkers didn't exist until the truth started. Facts. Now. Cheers to all the people who can change their minds and present for information that contradicts their beliefs. Yeah. So
when you come across vital information, it's your obligation to share with the nation. You know?
Fact.
I think that's how it go.
Right.
At least it should. That's how it should go. If not, then you a bitch.
Yeah. See, you see see it on the screen? Only you can prevent cognitive dissonance.
Right. You know, that's
Back
my anthropomorphic. That's my anthropomorphic character right there. You know what I'm saying? With the smoky with the smoke and the shovel. You know, for them dead bodies we got buried. You know, for the people who want to smoke. You know what I mean? People who want to smoke with Smokey. You
Right.
got to bring the shovels out. Because they told me, they said, all right, if you're gonna body him, you gotta bury him. I said, okay,
Right. Can't
all
leave them
right.
above ground. Gotta get the stinking.
If you body him, you gotta bury him. All
Yep.
right.
And I like this quote right there. It say heal because our children who don't our children don't deserve a broken version of us. A lot of people are kind of messed up in the head right now because all the shit that happened or they didn't fail to the UWAP, but we still got to get better. We still got to get past it.
They fell for the wop bop baloo bop. How you gonna put your cash app up there and not my cash app? It's okay because
It's coming. It's coming up.
it's all going to the same pot, I
Oh
guess.
yeah. Yeah, for sure. I get a buck, you get 50 cents. I mean, that's how I go. Yes,
No,
sir.
no, it's cool,
I mean,
man.
there's a
No,
lot
keep your money, man. You know what I mean?
of shit. Hey, go back to
Shit,
back to
bullshit.
the same thing.
We all in this together. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And it's like, none of us have money really.
Right.
It's they money. All this shit go when you play Monopoly, all that shit go back in the box. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
All
When
that
it's
shit go
done.
back in the box.
Right.
You
Hey,
know.
and providing services is what we do. Hey, we got stuff for sale, but we don't sell stuff.
We don't print money.
Right.
And until we print money, then we got our own money. Unless you come on with your own Bitcoin or something. I mean, well, not own Bitcoin, but your own cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Thinking we might look into that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. We already got points. Yep. Turn them into ops. We ain't got coins. We got ops. That's opportunities. Yeah. Come
And
get you
right
some
now,
opportunities out here.
well, right now the narrative is the ops is the cops. That's the
Mm-hmm.
narrative. You know what I mean? That's the one that they pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the ops
Now
is ignorant.
it's the powers, and it's like the cops work for the powers that shouldn't be.
Hey,
You
and
know what I'm
they're only there to
saying? So it's
eliminate the
like,
threat.
when people like, they offload bullshit on these people are supposed to take the brunt of the bullshit so that you never look up and see who's really behind the man behind the curtain. The man behind the curtain
Mm-hmm.
is the one who's saying to do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe it's the woman behind the curtain or the lizard behind the curtain. Or whatever or
Mm-hmm.
whoever the fuck is behind the curtain is the one that's telling motherfuckers to go out and do shit. So
Yep.
it's like, all
There's
right,
the curtain.
when
That's what
you
you
just
need
get
to know.
mad at when you just get mad at the people who do shit and not the
Mm-hmm.
people who tell them to do shit, then you just missed the boat completely. You're on the right trail, but you missed the boat completely. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hell yeah. Missing all kind of things. What the fuck happened here? Oh, what the hell you do? It's crazy. Trying to figure. Oh,
That's a
probably
red pill of the fire.
it is there.
It's not I have a red pill of the fire,
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers.
Now,
I
let me
have
see.
one.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
Jackson and Boaz.
Mm-hmm.
Tisha Bowles,
Did you know that this is a
motherfucker.
building? Look,
Yeah, that's the
that's a
aerial
six
view.
degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 6 degrees of separation. Now, that's actually a building they go into each one of them doors.
Well,
Interesting.
they use sacred gematria in a lot of structures.
Mm-hmm.
That they have what's called talismans that are supposed to pull in energy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They
We
use
got.
it for for ritualistic purposes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it is low key sun worship. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yeah, I've been researching a lot of these doings by these folks. Let me see. Oh, nice. Nice to know some information got out. Skinny guy, man. That's crazy. Now, I guess in our next episode, we're going to get to talking about some of these organizations that we've discovered some of their origins and some of the things that they initiated in order for us to be at the place we are now. But some of those things, people are like, how can like if we don't know how they created it or how they started it, we wouldn't know pretty much how to put it into it. And just so happens that we're gonna do that. Shout out to those that's tuning in. Philadelphia. Bringing these states together.
I'm busting out the laptop. I'm trying to work this motherfucker. I ain't used a laptop in like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going back in time. Use my laptop real quick. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And then y'all gonna have me with glasses on in a minute. You know?
Oh yeah.
I noticed that everybody who be having laptops and shit like that, they be having glasses like a motherfucker.
No, I'm gonna grab mine. Yeah, you gotta look away every 15 minutes or so. Focus on something a little farther down. That way you can adjust your eyes. My second screen is a big ass TV. I had that on. It's the only reason why I got the TV. Damn, it's pouring down rain outside. Not today. What's the weather like out there?
It's like 45. Let's see how this laptop works with these videos. I'm thinking that if I play the video on a laptop, that it might play better. In theory, you know what I'm saying? These damn videos will load up, so I can see which ones is which.
That's right.
So who the next person that's gonna get slapped in the media and shit? They got patterns and shit. So now somebody gonna get slapped again. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get slapped again. The new year, we need a new slap. You know what I'm saying? I guess that'll be on the brink of the next drop. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, okay. First. I've been doing some posts with these folks and showing them what's going on. Oh, tight. Now, looking at so how does the World Economic Forum have any authority over what goes on in our lives? Riddle me that. Who authorized them to have any type of authority over anything that goes on within our?
Or you just authorize when you don't pay attention to what they're doing. They authorize. That's the authorization. It's like signing the contract. You know what I'm saying? They said we could. They said, "Hey, y'all, we're gonna do this," and you say, "Okay, all right, yeah." Look at such and such on the news. Oh, so and so's getting married. Oh, look at damn, that's crazy that they did that. I'm outraged at this, right? and you know whatever other little distractions that they got in the news that you choose to put your energy into, you know that's on you. We told y'all we're gonna do this though.
Yeah.
You can choose. You can either choose to react,
Put it
you
on.
can choose to prepare, or you can choose to distract yourself. You know, and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people choose the latter. You know, they distract themselves,
Choose to be
and
distracted.
you know, there you go.
They
You
say the
know what
road to
I'm saying?
hell is paved in gold, right?
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And
And if your situation is imposing on somebody else, got to get a new situation. 49ers at the Eagles. Philadelphia. They just started. Not the game, but the correlation.
oh yeah, San
Oh, they said
Francisco.
that y'all the city of brotherly no love because they found out
Well,
where hell of the Niners was staying at and they pulled the fire
well,
alarm.
well, well. We at the end of Philadelphia season.
Uh,
Philadelphia, sadly, is going to be sent home today. You know what I'm
hey, they
saying?
said that they was gonna grease the poles in
And
Philly just in case you
and
guys
the
won,
thing,
so they can fall off the poles.
well, they gonna get sent home, but I would gladly be wrong about that. You know what I mean? I would be happy to be wrong about that. But
Right. I went
um,
to an Eagles game. Y'all got a fresh ass stadium.
you know the way these things play out, no. Yeah, it might, you know, maybe it might, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
mm-mm.
No,
I don't,
it depends
I don't.
on who they want to bring the most attention to.
Well, it's, I don't know. I don't know. It's really about
'Cause
where the fucked up shit. It's really about where the fucked up shit gonna happen at. You know what I'm saying?
that's what I'm saying. Where they want to bring the most
Or
attention to.
right? You know, so I don't know. They might be looking for, a kid, David. You know, I don't know. You know,
Hey, check this out.
maybe. But
Also, we got to bring up the fact that when it is a state of emergency, that behavior that people be having, a violent protest during those things, they can shoot you in your face. They can do all kinds of other things just because that they're in that state of emergency. People think it's still like back in the days and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why they hollered that out first. And so when they do it, it's gonna be, under the guise of y'all stupid motherfuckers shouldn't have been jumping on cars. You know what I mean? So our peoples that watch this, you gotta pay attention. That this ain't the time for you to flip cars over and shit. They definitely will flip your ass over.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like there ain't no crying about that.
Oh
Hey,
shit!
and
They
they
got you a ponytail head having Negro.
huh?
Yeah, that's what the boy said on the joint. I was like, oh, well.
Say your ponytail having.
I said, oh, hold up. I said, I ain't no motherfucking pony.
Uh-huh.
I ain't
Well,
no
at least you ain't got a man bun.
right. This my Templar look. You know what I'm saying? My Hathan Kimway look. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's a lot of new stuff coming. Oh yeah, I was let me see here. What else are you looking at? Oh, they were showing
when
what was that?
this John trying to use this motherfucking laptop, this motherfucking it's telling me 6 minutes. I'll try to upload all these videos at one time,
All right.
and it just got shit held up.
Uh-huh.
Dinosaur shit. You know what I mean? This is dinosaur shit.
Nah, it's doing a lot. Got a lot going. Let's see, where was we at? Oh yeah, chunky.
I had a dumbass pimple. I busted that jaw. Shit looked like I was chasing waterfalls and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, a lot of motherfuckers out here, they done chased the waterfall by, they didn't know it, but it's fucked up, fucked up. And then that shit you're forced to go on a date with a man in the Poconos, got you chasing waterfalls. You know what I mean? Being forced to go on a date with a man in the Poconos got you chasing waterfalls. You ain't even know it. Damn.
All right. Yep. Now's a great time to want to do something about it.
Lord have mercy.
Yep. This playing pressure luck ain't gonna work. No whammies, no whammies. Yep.
Man, this dinosaur laptop flow, this John being slow as ever.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's wrong with it's saying it's unresponsive. Look, I ain't got time for that, man. I'm trying to get a soda pop, man. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get a cold pop.
What? Oh. Yeah, we're gonna be there in a minute. I tell you, I didn't even know it was gonna rain today, or I'd have been out. What time is it? Oh.
All right, that shit ain't working. Yeah, y'all getting on my nerves. Fuck y'all. I'm done with that. All right, so what we got? What else we got? Man?
Oh,
Congratulations, you played yourself.
All right. That's in regards to the majority of the shit that we talked about today. You know what I'm saying?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
That's how we get there. Yeah.
Try to tell y'all. You know what I mean? Let me play the rest of this video clip right here.
Special purpose acquisition corporations are formed specifically to merge or acquire privately held companies in an effort to take them public. So that's what's happening here. Branson is taking 23andMe public. When that happens, it will be known as me. I'm the stock ticker, which somehow is both creepy and appropriate. Vice's motherboard took a look at the investor presentation to see what Branson has planned for 23andMe, and it is also very creepy. The presentation focuses on 23andMe's vast proprietary data set of DNA that will allow the public company to unlock revenue streams across digital health, therapeutics, and more. The presentation also notes that the company has nearly 11 million genotyped customers
11
and well over 4 billion phenotypic data points, all of which again can help it unlock revenue streams.
Wow. Ouch.
Which is clearly corporate speak for they're gonna make money off your genome if you've given it to 23andMe. As Vice puts it, the presentation makes clear that the whole point of this merger is to make money off of all that genetic information in some way, shape, or form, whether it's through big pharma, insurance companies, government agencies, anyone with enough money.
Wow.
A 23andMe spokesperson reminded Vice that their data has been de-identified, though. So it's not like they're saying, well, here's Lori's information.
Hold on. Where's that? Oh, hold up.
Yo, what you doing, yo?
Figuring it out. It says it's added to the stream. Hold on. Oh.
And you cut the everything on by accident.
Information of these people without their names. The spokesperson also insisted that the new corporation will not have access to user data either. So no, Richard Branson will not be poring over your DNA. But still, as Vice puts it, this is just a glaring reminder that companies like 23andMe and Ancestry.com and even Facebook, all of these big tech companies, they're all just masquerading as social networks or genetics companies or whatever, when really what they are is just big data companies out to make a buck off of whatever you're willing to give them.
Right.
Yeah.
And
right,
the more we keep giving them, the richer and, let's be honest, jerkier they'll keep getting.
Right. Like you see Zuckerberg working with Gates. You see Zuckerberg working with Gates and shit. You know what I mean? Let's get that off the screen. So you see Zuckerberg working with Gates. These motherfuckers changed their name to fucking Meta. Like metadata. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So like what the fuck? Like the girl who used to work at Facebook, she wound up running Ancestry.com. The Ancestry.com got bought by Black Box, right? Just like the Saturnalian Brotherhood and the Cobblestone that people walk around, Black Box, right? They got bought by them, the same people who caused the financial housing crisis and the housing bubble in 2008. You know, just looking like 2008 on steroids. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you got all these people shoveling their DNA to these data mining motherfuckers.
Yep.
You know, and the charlatans is out here encouraging them to go do that shit. Now, is it outside the realm of reality that these people might just maybe they might be working with these motherfuckers? Maybe that's why, like I said earlier, that's why, you know, we see all of these motherfuckers every time you open up your social medias, your platform, no matter which one it is, you see somebody telling you how you ain't black and you really a Native American and you really Aborigine and you need to go get you need to go do your genealogy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what all of these arguments lead to. You know, it's just like, oh well go do your DNA. And it don't matter. It doesn't even matter what comes back once you do your DNA because they got your DNA.
They got you.
You
Yeah,
know
they
what I'm
don't give a
saying?
fuck. Hey, the dude just did it. He just did his kimono dragon. It came back that it was 46% Jewish. Yep.
Yeah, I see. Yo, man, right. And y'all doing
You know what I mean?
and y'all doing 23andMe. And you know, we going on the next joint, we're gonna get on the title 42. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because we already know what that number 42, how we talk about that. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep, we got about 15 more minutes. And I wanted to bring up just like how they trying to do you. This here. Shout out to these folks. Is out here and look, there's a United States version and there's a UK version. A lot of these ingredients they don't get away with being able to sell out. Real like and they got my bad. Let me mute that shit.
Yeah, that music crazy.
Yeah.
Goddamn TikTok videos.
That shit affecting your what?
Yeah, just like the perm shit.
Yep.
Fucking girls up. Fucking giving them ovarian cancer. Fucking them up.
Right. Yellow 5. Yeah.
Yellow 5, yellow 40. Like motherfuckers been teaching for years. Don't fuck with yellow 40. Yellow 5, Mountain Dew, sperm killer. You know.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah, we already know about the MSG. Uh-huh. Ooh. Hyperactivity, huh? Mm. Up. Mm. Mm.
Why they ain't telling you about none of this shit? Why you getting gaslit about this shit? It's like how we titled this shit. Because we know you want to look at dumb shit. So we address the
Right.
dumb shit and then we go through real shit. And you know what I'm saying?
I didn't know Simply
We
Orange is
address
getting
the dumb shit, then we get into the real shit. This is the shit
right.
that you need to learn though. That ether. That shit that make you what? Okay.
Like your mom is very slow. Look.
Outlet is being sued over claims that Simply Orange juice has high levels of toxic chemicals. Brought to you by BlackVeganShop.com. A new U.S. class action lawsuit alleges Simply Orange juice deceived customers with claims of an all-natural, healthy product when the juice has been found to be contaminated with toxic PFAS at levels hundreds of times above federal advisory limits for drinking water.
Is this calcium content, but African American women are genetically protected against getting osteoporosis, so we're making them sick for no good reason.
In our drinking water here, they include ibuprofen, caffeine, monosin, and about 3 or 4 others. In Philadelphia, they had 56 pharmaceuticals creative team. 50 major cities in 15 states were looked at, and drugs were found in the water of 24 major cities. We're talking 41 million Americans here who drink that water. So what's in the water?
God damn.
Everything from acetaminophen and ibuprofen to mood stabilizers, antibiotics, angina, heart, as well as cholesterol drugs, and even sex hormones. The trouble
See,
here
y'all
is
just
that the
doing too
federal
much.
government does not test specifically for pharmaceuticals in the water.
Right. I ain't listen.
No.
It's a shame we gotta wash up in that fucking water. Cause I know I
Right.
ain't drink that. I ain't drink that shit in years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't drink the tap water in at least like 15, maybe 20 years or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
Right.
know, like tap water, that's crazy. But I remember when we was a kid, I used to drink water from the fucking sink in the bathroom.
Nigga, out the
You know what
water
I mean?
hose. We used to drink that shit out the
Out the
water
water
hose.
house, yeah. Yeah, crazy. Fucking the
Yep.
water up, fucking that water up.
Yep. Now that
Motherfuckers,
water
man.
fucking
And it's
you up.
like, man,
Fucking
like
you up.
motherfuckers is just slowly just chipping away at you, trying to kill you, trying to get you sick, get you hooked on meds and shit. Why
Yep.
they gaslight you and you ain't paying attention. You know.
Right.
So, we compile, evidence to make our claim and to prove our point.
Mm-hmm.
I think we
Right.
did that. You know what I mean? I think we did that.
Yeah.
Did we do that today? I think we
Yep.
did that today. I think we do
Right.
that every day.
Oh. Hold
You know what
on.
I'm
We got
saying?
one more. One more. Oh, I forgot about this one. Check this one. This the vicious one. Hold on.
In 1985, tobacco giant R.J. Reynolds bought Nabisco Foods. Tobacco pioneer Philip Morris bought General Foods, and 3 years later, Kraft Foods, making them the largest food producer
All right.
in North America. And leaving the business of
They
food
getting you
in
hooked
the
on
capable hands
cigarettes
of the same
and fast
corporations
food at the
who helped
same
to
time.
take us to tobacco. Using the same taxes they used to promote tobacco,
Yep.
food companies set about peddling the entire planet a diet of processed goods, loaded with chemicals and additives, masquerading as food.
Yeah. Yeah. You wonder why you want a cigarette and you
Discoveries
want some
with
fast
specific
food.
targets in mind,
Putting the
like
same chemicals
the
up in that
people
motherfucker.
themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This why, and it's another reason why you need to detox. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Now, I seen recently they approved CMOS on the they approved CMOS on the FDA. So somebody, remember I told you it's an internal battle going on. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
But also,
Because it's
I,
like you got people here that's like, look, nigga, I take CMOS. You ain't about to stop me from getting CMOS. But you know, all right, I know I peep what you try and do, but you ain't about to affect me with that. So it's like, all right, you know, they won't even talk about CMOS on the news. But you know, the FDA had to approve that shit because somebody want that shit. You know what I'm saying?
uh,
Just let that stew in your conscience. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we've been telling y'all motherfuckers since 2009 that these motherfuckers have been trying to ban vitamins and nutrients.
yep. Hold
He
on.
got one. He got one of them. He got one of them Umar ringtones and shit. He got one of them Umar ringtones.
Hey, that's Fred the Godson. Shout
But
out to Fred. Rest in peace. You know?
you know, I've been
Yep.
telling motherfuckers since 2009 they've been trying to ban vitamins and nutrients and call them poisons, right?
You
You
gonna
know,
do?
and you know, these motherfuckers is charlatans and trying to get their names and bust and shit like that. Like you said, it's the same shit been going on past 100 years. They call parasites, bacterias and viruses
Right.
and this and that, and it's really just micro parasites. And they don't want you to
Right.
detox. They want you to
Right.
normalize having toxins in your body. You know what
This
I'm
is a big
saying?
problem.
Right. Oh yeah. Are you ready? Oh yeah.
Because Egypt, the ancient Egyptian civilization was a black civilization, and ancient Egyptians were black according to the Greek scholars and the Roman scholars. Ancient Egypt became white only in the 19th century and in the 20th century. And the scholar who is responsible for this is Seligman, the noted anthropologist from England, Seligman. White supremacy argues that blacks are inferior than white intellectually. They are subhuman and they are incapable of building a civilization. White supremacy had one dilemma until Seligman came. The dilemma was ancient Egypt was black according to the Greek and the Roman scholars. 10 of them said that, including Aristotle and Plato. 10 of them said that in writing. They had this dilemma. Ancient Egyptian was black. So if blacks are inferior intellectually and are incapable of building a civilization, how come the ancient Egyptians built a civilization? Seligman found the solution for this dilemma. He came up with a theory called the Hamite theory. He separated the blacks who built a civilization in Egypt and Ethiopia from the rest of the black race, and he called them brown-skinned whites, or the Hamites. So Seligman saved white supremacy from this dilemma, and all the white scholars followed him from that time on. This was at the end of the 19th century. And since that time, white scholarship says that ancient Egypt is white.
Mustafa Hefni is currently working on his doctorate degree at Wayne State University. His dissertation topic is a content analysis of the treatment of ancient Egypt in world history textbooks. And just how far is this determined Egyptian willing to go to be classified black?
I want to carry my case all the way up to the U.S. Supreme Court if necessary.
Yeah. Let that stew in your conscience. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think we can leave it there. You know what I'm saying? Because we around in the they're about to kick us out, right? I think it was like 3 hours or something like that. And I think they're about to kick us out. So I think we can leave that there. You know what I'm saying? Take that, Instagram researchers, you know, telling people to go get their DNA. That shame on y'all, man, with the shit that they doing. But given what's going on, y'all crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? Shit crazy. You know. Your Pope, you there, man? You Your mic is on. You all right? Are you all right? Any questions or concerns? Anybody?
My bad. My mic was off.
Okay, so you was over there talking to yourself. I feel you. Yeah. But you know, there's a lot of charlatan energy out there, man. You know, as we ride this, as we get ready to sign off and shit, there's a lot of charlatan energy out there. You know.
Right.
But,
Words without action have no meaning.
think we proved our point today. You think we proved our point today? You know, let us know if we didn't. You know what I'm saying? Let us know if you're not clear on something or if we said something wrong or something. Because the only way to get right is to be wrong first. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, I say peace and benedictions. You know,
If it takes
only
a village, we built you one.
and only you can prevent cognitive dissonance. Now hold on 1 second. Let me get my shit off real quick. I'm out of here. Fuck y'all.
All right.
I am the best in the world at what I
have the balls to say things that nobody else has the balls. This is power. Nobody can touch me. This voice, this is power.
There is nobody that eats, sleeps, or breathes this business more than me.
You're not as good as I am.
I'm the best.
You're not as good as me. I never had to call myself the best in the world. Other people said it for me.
In anybody else's hands, this is a microphone. In my hands, it's a pipe bomb.
I am part of a special breed. I am one of a literal dying breed.
Everything I have, I've fought for and I've earned.
What the hierarchy thought of us.
I wouldn't have 5 years of pent-up ammunition to unload on him. I wouldn't have so much to say.
And yeah, I got a bad attitude and a bad reputation.
I tend to piss a lot of people off.
But I didn't give a damn. And yeah, I developed a chip on my shoulder because I knew I was the best. I am the best in the world at what I do.
Do I have everybody's attention now?